Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, people? Salute, salute, salute. It's your boy Jay Jordan back again for another WNBA watch along. I literally just got in the house from work, literally just changed, turned on my system, and got to streaming. So if there's some errors here, don't mind it. I'm trying to get everything up and going as we go. I wanted to get on before these games started. Well, salute to everybody here in the chat early. It is the final day of the Commissioner's Cup group stage. I couldn't make the game down in Barclays today. Had to sell my tickets last minute. So I am here to be with y'all today. All right, let's get into it. RC, what's good, bro? What up? What up? So today we have six. Oh well, I should say we have 6 games today. 12 of the 13 teams in the W playing. The only team not playing is the Phoenix Mercury. So we have going on today the first 2 games. As you can see, we have the Connecticut Sun versus the Indiana Fever, and we have the Liberty versus the Atlanta Dream. So we got some Commissioner's Cup final implications going on today. So the implications are, if the Indiana Fever win and the New York Liberty win, the Indiana Fever are in the Commissioner's Cup final. If the Indiana Fever lose and the New York Liberty win, the New York Liberty are in the Commissioner's Cup final. Now, if the Indiana Fever win and the Atlanta Dream win, the Atlanta Dream would be into the Commissioner's Cup final. So there's a lot of implications riding on these 2 games right now. I'm going to be bouncing back and forth between the games. Bear with me as I try to get everything set up as we stream, but I appreciate you guys coming on to watch some WNBA hoops. I primarily have the Liberty game on my screen, on one of my screens, and I have the Indiana Fever game here on my iPad for now. I'm gonna have to get the multi-view set up on my computer, so that I can keep an eye on it. My question is, who represents the East in the Cup final? Is it going to be the Liberty? Is it going to be the Dream? Or is it going to be the Fever? I'm going to put that poll here on the YouTube. Liberty, Dream, or Fever. The starting lineups for the Sun and Fever game: Mabry, Sheldon, Hartley, Adota, and Charles for the Fever. Mitchell, Hull, Clark, Howard, and Boston. For the Atlanta versus Liberty game, it's Canada, Gray, Howard, Jones, and Griner. For the Liberty, it's Cloud, Ionescu, Stewart, Sabally, and Jones. So they starting both Niara Sabally and Jonquel Jones. Both games tipping off right now. Make sure you fill out that poll. Who do you think makes the Commissioner's Cup final? I already gave you guys all the scenarios right now, because it's going to take forever. It's going to take a while. Well, it's going to be hard for the Liberty to make it with the Fever playing the Sun. The Connecticut Sun Indiana Fever game has just tipped off, waiting on the Liberty and Atlanta Dream game to take off. Hey, cuz, what's going on? Salute, salute. Thank you guys for joining me. I literally just got home like 10 minutes ago, so bear with me as I get things situated. I'm gonna be jumping between both games. I'll tell you what game I'll be focused on when we get to it. I just want to make sure everything is all set up as we go. The Atlanta Dream in the overall standings are 3rd place in the WNBA. The Liberty are currently 2nd place in the WNBA. For the Fever and Connecticut game, the Fever are currently like 7th or 8th. The Sun are, I think, 11th or 12th. So it's going to be Jonquel versus Brittany Griner on the jump ball. We'll be on all evening. There's a couple more games tonight. 2 games starting at 8. The Valkyries and Dallas game doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of the Cup, but the Vegas and Minnesota game could have some Cup implications. So we'll be jumping to that game as well. The Dream with the ball already. Bree Jones wide open for three. Bree Jones with the missed three. So both games are scoreless right now. The Sun versus the Fever are both are scoreless as well. Sabrina with the ball. Sabrina into the paint, goes up to the floater, and Sabrina has the first basket of the game for the New York Liberty. Alicia Gray hits a three. She won Eastern Conference Player of the Week. People sleeping on her. She is a dark horse for MVP as well. So cannot sleep on Alicia Gray. Jonquel Jones is back in the lineup for the Liberty. She misses her first attempt back. I'm gonna put this up so you guys can see the score. And another three. That was Brittany Griner knocking down the three. And Brianna Stewart gets in the paint and she scores. So 6-4 Atlanta up right now. I think I have it on the screen for you guys to see so you guys can keep up with the score. I'm not going to do my usual score bug today since we're going to be bouncing between games. So everybody bombing away from three. Ryan Howard tries a three and she misses. So it's a 3-point barrage so far for the Atlanta Dream with the new coach, Carl Smesko, first year head coach. That is his philosophy. Shooting a lot of threes. Liz, what's going on? Salute, salute. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. I'm just make sure that we're all set for all these games coming on. So I won't be commenting. I won't be doing play by play as much. I'll try to do as much as I can, but just bear with me as I get these other games set up for later. We got a couple more games. We're going to be on all evening pretty much. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Niara Sabli making her third career start. She knocks down 2 free throws on that last attempt. Bree Jones with the miss and the Liberty on the run here with Sabrina. And Sabrina loses the ball and turnover. Jordan Canada, a really good defensive player. I have a poll up for those just joining. Who do you think will be in the Commissioner's Cup final? Pretty much it's the Fever have an upward track. Because the Liberty would have to beat Atlanta and the Sun would have to beat the Fever in order for the Liberty to make it. So they're on a it's their it's gonna be tough. It's going to be tough. Alicia Gray got fouled. She's at the line for 2 free throws and she makes the first. In the other game, the Fever are up 9-5 right now over the Connecticut Sun. Jonquel Jones shoots a three and she shoots an air ball. Good contest by Brittany Griner from 3. So it's 8-6 so far. Atlanta up over New York. It's 9-6 in the Fever. Oh, as I say that, Caitlin Clark knocks down a 3. It's 12-6. Jordan Canada with the ball. She pulls up for a 3. She's short, and Cloud chases down the rebound. There was a miss there by the Dream. Sabrina with the rebound. It's still 8-6. Natasha Cloud for three, and she's short. She's been struggling from three for a bit now. Sabrina just Natasha Cloud was just guarding Brittany Griner, and she gets a stop, and Sabrina gets the rebound. And Brianna Stewart with a dream shake and fall away ties the game up at 8. Salute to everybody joining the stream. Salute, salute. At the next break, I'll switch over to the Indiana game. And that was an easy pick and roll between Ryan Howard and Bree Jones. And Bree Jones wide open for the layup. There's Cloud with the ball. Cloud on the drives, bounces off. Jordan Cannon throws up a left-hand hook shot, and it rolls in. That's what Cloud needs to do. She needs to go to the hole. She's been falling in love with the jump shot, and that was never her strong suit. She needs to continue to drive to the basket. And there's a foul there. It was between Niara and Sabrina. They're accident. And Sandy Brondell is gonna challenge this last call. So as we go to a break, score is tied at 10. Daniel, what's going on, my friend? Salute, salute. What is going on? Let's take a look at this Fever game right now. I'm gonna be bouncing between games tonight. It's 15-10 Indiana up over Connecticut. Indiana is the home team. Indiana is the home team. Let me see if I can get the other game score up on this screen so everybody could take a look at the score. Salute to everybody joining. It's the final day of the Commissioner's Cup group stage. Final day of the Commissioner's Cup group stage. Oh, I see what's happening. Where is this? All right, so they went to a timeout in that game. It's 16-12 in the Indiana-Connecticut game. Remember, if Indiana wins and New York wins, Indiana is the Commissioner's Cup representative for the Eastern Conference. If Indiana loses and New York wins, New York will be the representative. If Atlanta wins, and they'll be the representative for the Eastern Conference because they have the tiebreaker on the Indiana Fever. So it's a lot of scenarios that could take place. A lot of scenarios could take place. So let's take a look at the box score in this one so far. For the Connecticut Sun, you have Mabry with 2, Nelson Adota with 2, Tina Charles with 6, 2 for JC Sheldon. And that's all their points so far. For the Indiana Fever, you have Natasha Howard with 6, 3 for Hall, 2 for Boston, 2 for Mitchell, and 3 for Caitlin Clark. So that's the box score there. We're going to take a quick peek at the Liberty one. So for the Liberty, let's take a look at the box. So you have Ryan Howard hasn't scored, 2 for Jones, Bree Jones that is, 3 for Griner, 5 for Alicia Gray. For the Liberty, 2 for Niara Sabali, 4 for Brianna Stewart, 2 for Cloud and Ionescu. So those are the box scores so far for these teams. Down a bit. All right, so both games are coming back on now. I'm back on the New York game. New York shooting 50% from the field, but they're 0 for 3 from 3. Ryan Howard is guarding Brianna Stewart. She goes to the lane, tries to draw the foul, doesn't get it. I almost called her Satu. Isabel Harrison is into the game in that first substitution. Brianna Stewart drives to the basket, draws the foul, and one on Alicia Gray. And she'll go to the line for the 3-point play. So Kennedy Burke and Isabel Harrison are both into the game for Jonquel and Niara Sabali. So Brianna Stewart averaging 19.5 points, 5.4 rebounds, 3.5 assists, a block and a steal. So even though she may not look like she's producing the same numbers as years past, she is still a big part of this team offensively and defensively. And she completes the 3-point play. It's 13-10, 13-10. Atlanta ball, Ryan Howard the ball, snatchback dribble, doesn't shoot the three. Hands it off to Alicia Gray, Eastern Conference Player of the Week. Gets it to Naz Hillman, who gets it over to the rookie, Tahina Powpow. She tries a pass, it gets deflected. 3 on the clock, Nia Coffey, pump fake, mid-range jump shot is up, and it's a miss. Oh, Isabel can't get the rebound. Naz Hillman gets it back to Coffey, so they have another shot at it. Ryan Howard with 7 on the clock. Ryan Howard over to Powpow, over to Gray. Gray for 3. Almost knocks it in. Kennedy Burke gets the rebound. And New York with a cloud over to Stewie. Stewie tries to attack, and they call a charge on Brianna Stewart. She did lower that shoulder there. She did lower the shoulder. So it is Atlanta ball. All right. Now you should be able to see the Indiana Fever score on your screen. Just keep an eye on it. Ryan Howard with the ball over to Nia Coffey. Powpow for 3. And Tahina Powpow knocks the 3. Ties the game up at 13. The rookie, Tahina Powpow, out of the University of South Carolina. Kennedy Burke goes to the basket and lays it in. And it's 15-13 New York. Tahina Powpow with the ball again. Goes over to Coffey in the corner. Up top to Gray. Over to Ryan Howard. Guarded by Cloud. Drops it off to Hillman. Good rotation by Isabel. And she just goes straight up. No foul there. And the Liberty on the run. Oh, bad pass by Stewie. Gets stolen. And Alicia Gray on the run here. Alicia Gray goes up. Fight for the rebound. And Ryan Howard dives on the floor. Liberty struggling on the offensive rebound. The Dream do lead the league in rebounds per game. And Tina Powpow pump fakes and scores. So ties the game up at 15. New York, that's going to be their Achilles heel. They keep giving up offensive rebounds. That's what I've been noticing. That's going to be their Achilles heel. Tahina Powpow has been doing work here. She's been attracting defenders and kicking out to the corners. Atlanta retakes the lead. 18-17. Isabel Harrison tries to respond. She goes off the front rim. Tahina Powpow with the ball. Powpow over to Ryan Howard. Ryan Howard over to Alicia Gray. Over to Hillman. Hillman top of the key. Right side to Powpow. Powpow tries to get downhill. Powpow does get downhill. Left hand layup is good. Man, they're just getting line drives to the basket here. Tahina Powpow with 7 points off the bench. Liberty's perimeter defense is not putting in work here. Tahina Powpow just doing whatever she wants. Looking at this Fever game, the Fever are up only 2 on the Connecticut Sun, 20-18. We'll switch over to that game. 20-18 is the score. So the Fever need to win this game, and they need to hope that the Atlanta Dream lose to the Liberty in order to get into the Commissioner's Cup. So on this Fever game, we got Mabry with the ball. It's 22-18. Mabry gets it over to Tina Charles. Tina Charles with the ball. Over to Sanaya Rivers, the rookie, for three. And she misses. Rebound to Natasha Howard. Howard gets it over to Caitlin Clark. Clark passed to Boston. Boston, good seal and finish. Scores on Tina Charles. It's 24-18. That play works all the time for the Indiana Fever. Boston seals the Connecticut, seals the defender. Caitlin throws an over the top pass, and it's an easy layup for Boston. They're going to timeout. So we'll switch back to. It looks like I think they're going to a timeout. Yep, they go into a timeout. So we'll go back to the Liberty game for now. That was a good. Going back to it, that was a good block there by Ryan Howard on Rebecca Gardner. But Sabrina got the offensive rebound and she got fouled. And the Liberty are in the bonus now. Sab knocks down the first. And Sabrina knocks down the second. RC asks, Jay, who's your top three in the MVP race if the season ends today? It's Fee, Caitlin, and Alicia Gray. That's my top three right now. That's my top three. Hey, Bueller, what's going on? Liberty with the ball. Kennedy Burke. Oh, she falls, loses hit control, but Jonquil picks it up over to Sabrina. Sabrina with the ball. Sabrina, deep three. Oh, Sab knocks down the three. Yo, Sab, if she keep hooping like she been hooping, I gotta put her in there too. I gotta put her in there too. If Sab keeps hooping like she's been hooping, New York on a 7-0 run. Canada with the crossover. Canada into the paint. Ball gets stripped from behind, and it goes out of bounds. It stays with the Atlanta Dream with 0.3 seconds to go. Satu is a good shout. Satu is a good shout. She's been carrying that Phoenix Mercury team. So that is a good shout there. So the quarter ends 24-20. They don't get a shot off, or they with only 0.3 seconds to go. It's gonna be tough to get a shot off. Nope, she doesn't get. Brittany Griner doesn't get it off. It doesn't count if it went in anyway. And the Liberty take the lead going into the second quarter, 24-20. Let's switch back over to this Fever game. Score is 24-18, 43 seconds to go. Marina Mabry's at the line for 2 free throws. She knocks down the first. And she knocks down the second as well. So 24-20, Connecticut hanging around here. I got to give them some credit. They are hanging around. What's up, Michael? Michael said if Ryan Howard gets hot, it's game over. Yeah, she's a very streaky player. When she's on, she's on. But when she's off, she can't throw a rock in the ocean. But hopefully she doesn't. I still, even though the Liberty have an outside chance to make the Commissioner's Cup, I still want the Liberty to win this game for regular season points, of course. So I hope she does not get hot. Salute to everybody hanging around. This is a little different than what I usually do for watch-alongs. I usually focus on one team, but since it's the Commissioner's Cup group stage final game, I decided I'll just bounce between all the games. We'll see what the implications are. I'm gonna probably write something up so as I switch between, y'all can know what the rules are or what's at stake for both of all of these teams. So I'll just write something up really quickly for us. Make sure you leave a like on the stream, share, subscribe. We're very close. We're very close to 1,000 subscribers. We're about probably 20 away now. So tap in. RC says, Jay, you got the multiple streams. Bro, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to do my NBA crunch time, but on YouTube, and I can't show the game. So this is my version. Let me write something up. Since these games are both still close, I'm gonna keep the poll up until I start seeing some of the games get out of hand. So make sure you put your vote in. The implications for these games are, guys, for the Indiana Fever to be in the Commissioner's Cup final, they need to win this game against the Sun, and they need the New York Liberty to win their game against the Dream. For the Liberty to make the Commissioner's Cup final, the Liberty need the Sun to beat the Fever, and they need to win their game against the Dream. And for the Dream to make the final, the Dream need to beat the Liberty. That's it. If the Dream beat the Liberty, they'll be in the Commissioner's Cup final. So that's it. Winning, they're in for the Atlanta Dream. Cup scenarios. That's what I should call it. Cup scenarios. Fever. W versus Sun. ATL loss. Liberty. Fever. W versus Dream. That New York game has restarted, so I'll switch back to that really quickly so we can keep an eye on that. It's 24-20 is the score. 24-20. Jonquel Jones with the ball. This is Jonquel's first game back. One leg fall away over Griner. That's tough. Sabrina with another rebound. Sabrina goes up. Oh, it goes halfway down and out. It literally went halfway down and out. Jordan Canada on the attack. Over to Alicia Gray. Oh, Michael said, hate to break your heart, man. I'm a Dream fan. I understand it. I understand it now. They try to double Brittany Griner. She spins away from the double and scores easily. I don't know why Sabrina's going for a double there. I think Jonquel Jones can hold Griner on her own. Rebecca Gardner with the ball. Spins on Ryan Howard, but she picks her pocket, and a foul there by Gardner. Gardner trying to do a little bit too much there on a premier defender like Ryan Howard. Let me finish getting this scenario written up. And Dream. What was that? They called I guess they called a clear pass foul or a transition take foul. So Ryan Howard shoots a free throw and scores. It stays Dream ball. All right, cool. Let me put this over here. I put this here. There's a miss by the Dream. Liberty with the basketball. Bear with me, guys. I'm just trying to get some stuff situated here so you guys can get all the information possible. So bear with your boy. Let me shrink this down a bit. For now. That's out on Canada, so I don't know what they're discussing right now. That's interesting. That should have been Brittany Griner with the ball. Brittany Griner cross court to Ryan Howard over to Canada. Canada over to Alicia Gray. Alicia Gray has to throw it up at the buzzer. She almost banks it in from the left hand side. That was crazy. Let me publish this. There we go. I got the scenarios up here. Sabrina for 3. Sabrina cashes in the 3. Sabrina plays really well against Atlanta. Last game against Atlanta, she had like 30 plus last season. So Sabrina plays really well. And then she gets a deflection there. Marine Johannes, what are you doing, Marine? Marine gets to steal and then throws some foolishness up in the air. Like, no need to rush. That was a great defense by Sabrina. Marine tries to do a jump pass, but Sabrina plays really well against the Atlanta Dream. Sabrina gets her rush. She's up to 14 points, 2 for 2 from 3 so far. 27-23 is the score. Looking at this Connecticut Sun Indiana game, the Sun are hanging around. It's 23-24. Every time I look down at the score, I'm like, oh, this is interesting. At the next Liberty break, I'll bounce between the scores. They call a foul on Rebecca Gardner there. Ryan Howard does have the height and I think she has the weight on her, definitely. I'm not sure if she has the height, but she definitely has the weight on her. Yeah, that's definitely a foul. So that Rebecca Gardner, with 2 fouls already. She's after that first week, she's had a bit of a quiet season so far. Ryan Howard first free throw is up and good. I got home so late didn't even get time to place any parlays or anything. John Quell goes to the bench. Niara Sabli comes back in. Remember, the Liberty are without Leonie Fibic. Leonie Fibic is playing in Eurobasket for Team Germany. Niara Sabli was set to go, but due to the her dealing with her knee injury and her just getting back healthy, she decided to stay in New York with the Liberty. The Dream don't have any representatives for Eurobasket. Stewie with the ball goes over to Marine. Marine on the attack. Steps back for a 3 and way off. Rebound Ryan Howard. It's 27-25 is the score. Bree Jones gets doubled out to Naz Hillman. She can shoot the 3. But doesn't get it. Oh, good hustle there by Jalen Sherrod, who's getting some early minutes here. Marine Johannes with the ball. Marine, another bad pass gets deflected and stolen. Marine not looking good so far. But they call a foul there. I don't know. I think it was on Sherrod, and she's not pleased with it. Yeah, this Indiana Connecticut game looking. Oh, what a fake by Aaliyah Boston. As I look down, as I say that, it doesn't look good. Aaliyah Boston does a nice move and scores. She's been catching people with that little fake handoff and spin to the basket wide open. Alicia Gray goes to the basket and scores, ties the game up at 27. As I mentioned, Alicia Gray was Eastern Conference Player of the Week for this past week. Cloud with the ball. Cloud on the drive. Cloud to the basket. Throws up a hook shot. And she wanted a foul. Doesn't get it. Atlanta with the rebound. Tahina Paopao had a great first quarter. Started off with 7 points. Great ball movement by the Dream. And they take a 2-point lead. And a timeout called by Sandy Brondello. There's great ball movement there by the Dream. Liberty have to talk it over. This is an interesting lineup that they have on the floor. Let's switch over to this other game. Connecticut and the Fever is 28-27. The Fever currently have the ball. Caitlin, a deep 3. Oh, Caitlin buries the 3. Let me see how many points she got. Caitlin Clark knocks down the three. She destroyed my Liberty with them threes the other day. Those three back to back to back threes. Caitlin's up to 6 points so far. Both of them were threes. It's 31-27. I have the cup scenarios on the screen. If the Fever need a win versus the Sun and an Atlanta loss. The Liberty need a Fever loss and a win versus the Dream. And the Dream just need a win versus the Liberty. Michael says Ryan Howard held Clark to 11 points. Yeah. Yeah, she did it. Y'all played a lot so far. The Dream and the Fever. They played like 3 times already, it feels like. Beulah says Liberty can't lose another. I mean, the Liberty are going to lose another eventually. They can't go undefeated, but I just don't want them losing back-to-back games. But this Atlanta Dream team is good. This is a very good Atlanta Dream team, new and improved. Got a lot of great players on that team, so Liberty can't just mess around like they did with the Connecticut Sun and the Mystics and those teams. This is probably the first one of the first solid teams besides the Fever that we've played. Oh, Tina Charles with the block on Sophie Cunningham punches it out of bounds. It's 31-29. And it's a timeout called by the Indiana Fever. Michael says our breaks with the Dream give teams. Yeah, I mean y'all lead the league in rebounds per game, as to be expected with those two big players in Bree Jones and Brittany Griner. You got Ryan Howard, who's a tall wing player. Everybody on your team crashes the boards, so not surprising that you guys are giving teams fits with your size. Let's see how the Liberty respond. We'll switch back to that game since that game's coming out of a timeout. And the Liberty have the basketball here. The lineup on the floor is Sabali, Ionescu. Oh, and Ryan Howard cuts off Sabrina's drive, rotates over, and gets the steal. Tahina Pow for three. She misses. Sabrina with another rebound. Sabrina's really fighting on the boards here. Niara Sabali with the drive. And they call a charge. It's going to be a discussion between the refs. One ref called charge, one ref called block. I think the Liberty lost the challenge that they did earlier. So I don't think they can challenge, if I'm not mistaken. But so the referee is discussing it. Because Alicia Gray is moving. Niara Sabali doesn't like extend the arm at all. So they're gonna call a jump ball at the center circle here. Since one ref called charge, one ref called block, they're calling a jump ball. It basically takes away a basket from Niara Sabali. She ends up finishing the layup, and it took a basket away from her. But Sabrina, anyway, after the Liberty win the jump ball, she hits the basket. Sabrina has outscored the whole team. She has 14. The rest of the team has 13. Sabrina putting the team on her back in this first half. Miscommunication there between Cloud. I don't know what the issue is there. Natasha Cloud has been losing her player on a lot of possessions here. They leave Pow Pow wide open. Tahina Pow Pow knocks down another shot. Tahina Pow Pow up to 10 points in the first half. Cloud with the ball. Throws it out to Niara. Niara for three. Hey, Niara Sabali knocks down the three. And it's a 1-point game, 32-31. Oh, they called it a long two. Foot was on the line. Ryan Howard with the ball. They hudge out. Good recovery by Stewie. Naz Hillman out to Bree Jones for top of the key three. And Bree Jones knocks down the three. Smesko really has everybody on this team shooting threes. Bree Jones, not really known as a three-point shooter. She knocks down the top of the key three here. Cloud with the ball. Gets downhill. Left-hand layup is off. Pow Pow tips it out of bounds. It stays with the Liberty. So it's 35-31. Sabrina, I think, is the only player in double figures for the Liberty. Michael says the dream coach has really the dream coach has really surprised me. Makes great adjustments at halftime. New York better watch out. Yeah. Carl Smesko has been really having, and Ryan Howard drives to the basket and gets fouled by Brianna Stewart from behind. And Ryan Howard will go to the line for 2 free throws. So the Liberty, Atlanta's in the bonus now, so they'll shoot free throws the rest of the quarter. Right, man, Ryan Howard has this big brace on her left knee. I'm surprised she's been able to be as mobile as she has been. Looks like the Fever are trying to pull away here. Scores 37-32. Tina Charles at the line for free throws. Back to this Liberty game though. Ryan Howard knocks down the first. Ryan Howard's 4th season in the WNBA. 6'2" out of Kentucky. She knocks down the second. Ryan Howard averaging 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists this season. Let's see what the Liberty can do. They're down 6. Oh, some miscommunication there, but Sab recovers the ball. Sabrina comes off the screen, gets blocked from behind, and they called a foul on Alicia Gray. Hit her in the head from behind. Alicia Gray a little upset there. I'm not sure why. I don't know if she thought it was not a foul or not. But Alicia Gray, that's her 3rd foul, though. Sabrina with 16 points and 7 rebounds. Going for, she misses the free throw. Sabrina usually a 90% plus foul shooter. Sabrina at the line for the second, and she buries the second. 37-32. Sabrina with what she has now, 17 points. She has more than half the points for the Liberty. She's going to need some assistance here if the Liberty want to win this game. Pow Pow for a 3, and Pow Pow with another 3. Tahina Pow Pow up to 13 points off the bench. The rookie is not scared. Sabrina over to Burke. Burke for 3. Burke short on a 3. She didn't make any threes last game against the Fever. And she's missed her one tonight. Nia Coffey to the basket, misses the layup. Rebound to Jonquel. Jonquel's going to have to work her way back into this game as well. Sabrina with the ball. Steps back for a 3. Oh, Sabrina Ionescu. She sees the Atlanta Dream, and she can't stop. Sabrina with a 20-point first half. 20 for Sabrina. The only player putting in work here. Michael says, I know James Dolan, the Knicks owner, is so mad he sold the team. Nah, he wouldn't have put the amount of investment that Joe and Clara Sai have put into this team. So team would have been the same. It would have been no change. Would have been still playing in Westchester. Nia Coffee for 3 and misses. So I'm glad that he sold the team because it allowed the team to evolve and grow. John Quell over to Stewie in the corner. Stewie for 3. She's been struggling for 3 this season, and she continues to struggle. Rebound to the dream. Tahina for 3. Tahina Pow Pow is on fire. Tahina Pow Pow with another 3. She's up to 16 points in the first half. 43-35. 4 for 5 for 3 for Tahina. Sabrina with the ball. Tries to attack Tahina Pow Pow. Shoots the floater over her. Misses. Ball goes to Naz Hillman. Sabrina feeling like she has to do it all since nobody else is scoring. Oh, the Cloud picks off the pass. Bad pass by Pow Pow over to Sabrina. Sabrina drops it off to Stewie. Stewie attacks. Gets fouled by Ryan Howard, who saves her as she was about to fall. Good sportsmanship there. And Brianna Stewart will go to the line. Yeah, that's what it looks like Carla's doing. Carla's like, all right, if Sabrina's going to score, she's going to score. But nobody else on the Liberty can score right now. Tahina Pow Pow, 16 off the bench. You got to salute it. Let's take a look at this Fever game, though. Fever starting to pull away, 41-33. 41-33. Let me look at the box score for that game, see who's putting in work here. You got 10 for Howard, 10 for Mitchell, 10 for Clark. For the Sun, you have 14 for Tina Charles. 6 for Nelson Adoda. Nobody else really putting in work. They're in a timeout. Both games are in a timeout right now. Both games in a timeout. So let's take a look here. So this is the schedule. All the games going on tonight. We got 2 starting in about 15-ish minutes. Well, 3, excuse me, starting about 15 minutes. And then we have 1 later at 10. So keeping an eye on that. Back to this one. Fever game has come out of timeout here. The Sun have the basketball, and they call a foul away from the play on Dantas of the Fever. Score is 41-33 in that Connecticut game. And versus the Fever, Bria Hartley with the ball. Hartley over to Sheldon, down to Tina Charles, faces up on Dantas, steps to the side, fall away is good. Tina Charles has been doing that for a long, long time. Tina Charles, what's she up to now? Tina Charles leading the way up to 14 points for the Connecticut Sun. Michael says, I'm curious, is the majority of the Liberty team under 1-year deals too? Yeah. The only person who's gonna be on the roster next year who signed to a future contract is Niara Sabali and Leonie Fibich. Those are the only players signed, if I remember correctly. And probably Marquisha Davis. So we probably got 3 players signed to deals past 2020, past the end of this season. So we'll see what happens to our team as well. I expect Sabrina to be back definitely. But and Stewie loves New York, but you never know. You honestly never know. Brianna Stewart's at the line. She's going for 2 free throws here. This Fever game is a 10-point game, 45-35. So these games are about identical in time. There's 108 left in the Liberty game, 137 left in the Fever game. Breed. Oh, shot clock. Liberty forced a shot clock violation. I just glanced up at the screen and I saw it. Score is 43-37 over there. Michael said teams are gonna pick up players. Hope y'all ready to bid. I will say they lucky Florida doesn't have a team. No state tax. Yeah. Florida did have a team. Florida had 2 teams back in the day, but couldn't hold on to them. Yeah, but it's gonna be interesting. This offseason's gonna be interesting. Everybody's pretty much 90% of the league are free agents, and you have 2 expansion teams coming in, so it's gonna be a free for all. A free for all. So Stewie back to the line for free throws. She gets fouled by Pow Pow. She knocks down the first. Only thing keeping the Liberty in it right now. I know people like to say Liberty got the special whistle, but that's literally the only thing keeping the Liberty in this game as Stewie misses the second. Atlanta is 7 for 7. New York is 9 for 11. So pretty close. Pretty close there. Ryan Howard with the ball. Down to Hillman. Out to Bree Jones. Bree Jones attacks. Oh, good hands by Cloud. Almost out of position. Ryan Howard off one leg. Jonquel for the rebound and saves it to Sabrina. Sabrina gets it over to Cloud. Cloud to the rolling Stewie, and Stewie lays it in. Ideal fast break for the Liberty to get it within 3. We switch back to the Liberty game right quick. This Fever game is in. They were showing a replay. There's 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Hillman over to Jones. Jones not even looking at the clock. Over to Hillman. Stewie a hand. Oh, and Nas Hillman almost knocks down the 3 at the buzzer. Atlanta goes into halftime up 3, 43-40. Remember, if Atlanta wins, they are in the Commissioner's Cup final. Liberty have a lot to clean up, though. Liberty have a lot to clean up. Over to this Fever game. The Fever are starting to take pull away, up 47-38. I'll be willing to bet money the Golden State are going to get a lot of championship players. Their owners, the Warriors, learnings winner, and will pay a luxury tax. Yeah, I mean the thing about the W is that they have a hard cap. You can't really do luxury tax at the moment in the W. So that's why a lot of teams can't just overpay for players and rack up like big name players unless people start taking pay cuts and stuff. So we'll see if that changes in the new CBA. But I know looking at the coach they have in Natalie Nakase and the way that the team is playing right now, I would not be surprised if a lot of people opted to sign over there in San Francisco. I would not be shocked. Looking at this Fever game, it's 8 on the clock. Mabry with the ball, tries to get it out. Ball gets deflected. Jaylen Brown tries to shoot it at the buzzer, and that's how the quarter, it says 0.7 to go. It's probably a jump ball, but the quarter will probably end with 47-39. Fever up over the Connecticut Sun. Once we get to halftime, I'll scroll down to look at the box scores. So bear with me for that. And that's how the quarter ends. It's 47-39 at the half. All right, let's take a look. Connecticut, the Fever outscored Connecticut 24-23 in the first. Fever outscored them 23-16 in the second. Let me scroll down. Let's see what the box score is looking like. For the Sun, Mabry with 4 points on 1 of 6 shooting. Not good. 6 points for Nelson Adota. Tina Charles leading the way with 16. You got 2 for Sheldon, 2 for Hartley. Off the bench, Peters with 4. 5 for Jaylen Brown. For Indiana, you had Hull with 5. Howard with 10. Boston with 6. You have Kelsey Mitchell with 12 and Caitlin with 12 points, 5 assists, and 1 rebound. Off the bench, Cunningham with 5 rebounds. You got 2 for Dantas, and Colson hasn't scored. Fever are shooting 33% from 3, 47% overall, and they have 8 turnovers. The Sun, they're shooting 39.4%, 10% from 3, and they have 6 turnovers. I think that's their only saving grace keeping them in the game. All right, let's go take a look at the Liberty box score. So Liberty outscored Atlanta 24-20 in the first quarter. Second quarter, Atlanta outscored the Liberty 23-16, which is why they have a 3-point lead. Looking at the box score here, Ryan Howard with 5 points, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. So she's doing it all there. Hasn't hit a field goal. All her points are from the foul line. Bree Jones with 7 points and 2 assists. You got Griner with 5 points. Alicia Gray dealing with foul trouble, has 3 fouls, has 7 points. And Jordan Canada has not scored. She has 3 rebounds. And that's it. Off the bench, Hillman with none but 16 big points for Pow Pow. She scores 16 points in 11 minutes. 4 for 5 from 3-point range, given the Liberty fits on the perimeter. You have Nia Coffey with 3, and Shatori Walker, Kimbo, and Maya Caldwell haven't scored. For the Liberty, Stewie with 12. She's 4 for 5 from the free throw line, 4 for 6 from the field. Niara Sabali with 4. None for Jonquel Jones in her return since the injury. 20 for Sabrina Ionescu, 3 for 3 from 3-point range. Only missed 2 shots. She has 20 points and 7 rebounds. Natasha Cloud with 2 points and 3 assists. Kennedy Burke with 2. And the rest of the bench who came in has not scored. You got 3 assists, or 3 turnovers, from Maureen Johannes. She looked pretty bad out there. Liberty shooting 46% from the field, 30% from 3. All 3 are by Sabrina, and 9 for 11 from the line. And they have 7 turnovers as a team. Look at the Atlanta Dream in comparison, 38.9% from the floor, 44% from 3. And they only have 2 turnovers. So Liberty have 7, the Dream have 2. So Liberty lucky to be only down 3, having more than three times as many turnovers as their opponent. All right, so salute to everybody hanging out on the stream. We're gonna be on for a while this evening, taking a look at all the games, seeing what the scenarios can be or what the scenarios end up being. Right now, if the results stay as they are right now, the Atlanta Dream will be the Commissioner's Cup finalist for the Eastern Conference because they have the tiebreaker over the Indiana Fever. So if the results hold, that's what it will be. I'm going to end this poll now that we're at the half. I know 52% say Liberty, but Liberty have the longest shot to get there. 35% say Fever, 11% say Dream. So if the results hold, they'll be in. It's funny, the Dream are shooting 39% from the field. Liberty shooting 46%, and the Liberty are losing this game. Like I mentioned, it's the turnovers. It is the turnovers. We need Jonquel to be, I know it's her first game back, probably trying to get her win. They're probably limiting her minutes as well. She's only played 12 minutes out of a possible 20. But we're going to need her to be herself for the Liberty to have a shot. Right? Make sure if you're new here, you subscribe. We're about 24 away from 1,000 subscribers on the channel. Appreciate all the support. Appreciate all the support. Right? In about a couple minutes, we'll have a couple more games starting. 3 more games to be exact starting. So make sure you're tapped in here. I'm going to make sure I get those scenarios up for some of these Western Conference games as well. Corpse Grinder said who I got winning. Sky versus Mystics. That is a. I'm going to say. Sky. I'm a lean Sky. Corpse Grinder, salute. I'm a lean Sky. I don't know why I'm leaning Sky, but something's telling me Sky will pull it off. Michael says Coach Carr will get Howard going in the second half. Usually how she is. She usually heats up in the second half. We shall see. I mean, y'all gonna need it if y'all want to go to the Commissioner's Cup final. That would be a nice accomplishment for the Atlanta Dream. First season together, have a chance to win some silverware. Some so for y'all's sake, we shall see. These other games are about to start. What's my dude name? Her. Forgot dude's name. Do 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 do. Um, Let me see if I could find 23 hours left. There he is, Richard. I'm going to get the scenarios for the Commissioner's Cup for the Western Conference up once these games get kicked off as well. So the competitions between Minnesota and pretty much Seattle. Those are the two teams that have a chance to make the Commissioner's Cup final for the West. The Lynx are in pole position, however. For the Lynx to get in, if they beat Vegas, they get in. So that's really the only scenario they need. And that should be a win for them against Vegas. And for the Seattle Storm to get in, they need Minnesota to lose to Vegas, and Seattle needs to beat LA. If both teams lose, Minnesota still gets in either way. So I'm gonna do Seattle Storm. Win versus Sparks. Lynx. So that's the only scenarios we need to focus on in this game. So we'll know by before the Seattle game starts if Seattle has something to play for. So they'll know if they have something to play for by the time they're about to start. All right, just getting that set up for that game, and then we should be good to go. Right, we're still at halftime here. Still at halftime in this game. In both games, actually, both games did start at 7 p.m. Eastern, so we're at halftime at the moment. Looking at the starting lineups for this other game that's about to start, we could sort of preview that now. Let me pull that up. So we got did they announce it yet? So they got the Aces are starting Chelsea Gray, Tiffany Mitchell, Jewel Lloyd, Jackie Young, and Kia Stokes. For the Lynx, they're starting their usual starting lineup: Courtney Williams, Kayla McBride, Bridget Carlton, Nafisa Collier, Alana Smith. As you know, Asia Wilson is still out in concussion protocol. That game has kicked off. That game has kicked off. Both games are still in timeout right now. Both games are still in timeout. I'm gonna switch over my iPad to this other game that's going on, if it would let me. Beal says I'm nervous for the Liberty right now. No, I ain't too nervous. I'm not too nervous right now. But I am currently on this game here. Jewel Lloyd for three. Hey, Jewel Lloyd knocks down a three. Vegas up 4-0 on the road against Minnesota, but never count Minnesota out until there's zeros on the clock in the fourth quarter. I've seen them come back down for some crazy deficits. Michael says, I think Kiki from the Mystics will give Angel fits. She's going up against herself. That's funny. Let me go. She's going against herself. Yeah, Kiki, she's sort of fallen off the pace as the season has gone on, but she's still a solid player. They're starting Shakira Austin in today's game as well. Usually Kiki would be the center. So now they're starting who they said they were starting. They started Shug Sutton, Brittany Sykes, Sonia Citron, Kiki Iriafen, and Shakira Austin. So it will be Kiki versus Angel this evening. For the Sky, they're starting Ariel Atkins, Kia Nurse, Rebecca Allen, Angel Reese, and Camila Cardoso. Looks like Vegas is up 6-0 on the Minnesota Lynx. This is interesting. I know this is early, I'm getting ahead of myself, but if Vegas wins, I'll stay on for the later game. If Vegas loses, then we'll end stream because there'll be no point to seeing if the Seattle Storm can sneak into the Commissioner's Cup. Tudo, what's good? What up? What up? Salute. What's good? Hope all is well, my friend. We're still waiting on these East Coast games to get out of halftime, people. You're not missing anything. Still waiting on these East Coast games to get out of halftime. Well, the East Coast games that started early, I'm still waiting on those. You can see at the top of the screen. We're still at halftime here. Should be getting out fairly shortly. Who is this guy for the Liberty? Oh, one of the scouts for the Liberty. Player development and video coordinator. Never seen this guy before. So the Liberty versus Dream game, about to restart momentarily. I'm gonna try and bounce between all the games as much as possible, so bear with me. Bear with me. Third quarter starting now. Yeah, I mean, Natasha Cloud is not playing up to her usual. People are getting confused on defensive rotations as well. This is we've had a number of starting lineups. There should be no excuse, but the Liberty have had a number of starting lineups this season, with players being out hurt and players going to Eurobasket, things of that. A player going to Eurobasket, stuff of that nature. But Liberty with the ball. Cloud shoots a jump shot and doesn't. She wanted a foul on the jump shot, and she misses badly. The Dream with the basketball over to Ryan Howard. Canada over to Howard. Howard comes off the screen, guarded by Sabali. Over to Canada. Canada drives baseline, throws it back out to Brittany Griner. Wide open midi is good. So Canada with the penetration knows Griner will be out on the baseline. And Atlanta with the first basket of the third quarter. Sabrina gets into the paint, finds Sabali under the basket. She pump fake, goes up, and scores over Bree Jones. So the Oregon connection there between Sab and Niara. 22 points in the paint for the Liberty. Ryan Howard for three. Ryan Howard knocks down the three. You can't give her any space. You can't let her see one go in either. She can rattle off a bunch. She tied the record for most threes in the game. Good block by Brittany Griner there on the help side. Brittany Griner blocks her former teammate in Natasha Cloud. They were teammates with the Phoenix Mercury last season. They call a moving screen. Oh, and Sabrina hits the three. They call a moving screen on Niara Sabali. That's not a moving screen. But I don't know what it is. What it is. Niara has to go to the bench. I think she has 3 fouls there. But that takes away a 3 off the board. Canada to the basket, and she draws the foul. So dribble penetration affecting the Liberty now. And Canada will go to the line for free throws. Kennedy Burke is in the game for Niara Sabali. She hits the first. And she hits the second. So it's 50-42, 8-point game here. Atlanta beating the New York Liberty. They're 9 for 9 from the line. Jonquel to the basket, misses the reverse layup. And Kennedy Burke can't get the rebound. Atlanta with numbers here. And Canada with the travel. Canada bailed New York out there. She pretty much traveled. She pretty much was wide open for a 3, and she travels. That's only the 4th turnover of the game for the Dream. Stewie to the basket, finds Kennedy Burke. Kennedy Burke for 3. Can she hit one? And no, she can't. Jonquel rebound, and finally Jonquel Jones gets on the board for the New York Liberty. It's a 6-point game, 50-44. Ryan Howard down to Bree Jones, attacks Kennedy Burke, scoops it up over her, and scores. Bree Jones does have the weight and size mismatch on Kennedy Burke. Stewie with the ball. Stewie in the post against Ryan Howard. One leg fall away, misses, and rebound to Alicia Gray. Finds the Jordan Canada on the leak out, and she scores. Nobody gets back for the Liberty. And an easy layup. 10-point lead here for the Atlanta Dream. So Liberty not looking good right now. Not looking good right now. We're going to switch over to this Indiana Fever game. See what's going on there. Let me refresh. It should be after halftime by now. 55-33 is the score. 55-43. So a 12-point game there. You got 16 for Tina Charles still for the Connecticut Sun. You have 12 from Natasha Howard, 15 for Kelsey Mitchell, 12 for Caitlin Clark with 6 assists. Aaliyah Boston with 6 points, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. So if the results hold as they are right now, Atlanta will be in the Commissioner's Cup final for the East, no matter if the Fever win or not, since the Dream have the tiebreaker. But there's a bunch of other games going on, as I mentioned, people. A bunch of other games going on. Let me refresh our ticker here. So Aces are up 10-7 over the Las Vegas Aces. Sky are up 15-9 over the Mystics. And the Valkyries and the Wings are tied at 10 apiece. Let's see what Paige Beckers is doing over there. Paige Beckers, she has 2 points for the Dallas Wings. Kayla Thornton, who was Western Conference Player of the Week, she has 6 points for a game high 6 points for the Golden State Valkyries. Michael said, I don't know why the Leafs coach haven't picked up on Clark can only go right for, because when Clark goes to her left, she goes to that favors her step back. Every time she does her step backs, it's usually from that left hand side. She gets that power dribble going left, can step away from you and shoot the three. So they try to force her right into traffic, but she's able to get those passes off to anybody she wants. It's easier said than done, as they say. Easier said than done. Right, this Liberty game is coming back on. The Fever game, it looks like the Fever are pretty much running away with this one. 55-43 current score. They just came out of a timeout themselves. Jalen Sherrod getting some minutes here for the Liberty again. And it's Liberty basketball. 54-44, I think this is the largest lead of the game for the Dream. Jonquel with the ball. Jonquel handoff to Kennedy Burke. Kennedy Burke, they try to trap her. She tries to dribble through it, and they turn it over out of the timeout. Canada over to Ryan Howard. Ryan Howard with the ball. Ryan Howard comes off the screen, gets it over to Alicia Gray. Pump fakes. Alicia Gray into the paint, wide open. Jump shot is good. No help defense there, and it's a 12-point game. New York can't seem to crack the Atlanta defensive code. Burke with the ball. Burke tries to get downhill, goes corner to Jonquel. Jonquel, oh, they call a foul on Bree Jones. That was a soft foul there. Yeah, Ryan Howard does have the weight and the length on her as well, so that definitely helps. That definitely helps. Oh, Jonquel knocks down a three over Brittany Griner to get it back to a single-digit deficit, 56-47. And they call a foul on Kennedy Burke on the reach-in. See, the thing is, Stewie probably would have been guarding Bree Jones or Brittany Griner. If Leonie Fevich was here, we would have had Leo on Ryan Howard or Alicia Gray, but without Leo, you're gonna have to adjust and put other defenders who are not as dominant. Ryan Howard, three, same spot, same result. Ryan Howard, back-to-back threes from that same spot. And that's her second three of the game. Those are her first two field goals. Kennedy Burke over to Stewie. Stewie down to Sab down to Stewie. Stewie misses the turnaround. Alicia Gray with the rebound. 12-point game again. Canada with the ball. Over to Ryan Howard. She pump fakes. A little hezzy on Stewie. He loses the ball and Stewie fouls her from behind. Stewie having to do a lot of work on the defensive end. Probably taken away from her offense, but you cannot give Ryan Howard a lick of space. She knocks down the three. This ain't the Atlanta Dream of old when we were beating them in the playoffs. They're a much improved team. And Jordan Canada knocks down a three. Largest lead of the game for the Dream, 62-47. Jonquel pump fakes, spins, tries to step through, reverse layup, trickles off. Alicia Gray with the rebound. New York just not even sharing the ball anymore. Just trying to go one-on-one and score. Ryan Howard with the ball. Hands it off to Alicia Gray. Gets cut off. It's the largest deficit of the season for the Liberty. 16 points, largest deficit of the season for the Liberty. That's what they just put on the broadcast. Indiana is up 55-44. Not missing anything there. Looking at these other games, you have Vegas up 1 over Minnesota 14-13. Chicago taking off on the Mystics 26-11. And Dallas up 16-12 on the Valkyries. Atlanta with the ball. Hillman over to Alicia Gray. Alicia Gray drives baseline, splits through somehow and misses. Rebound to Stewie. Stewie over to Jalen Sherrod. Doesn't have numbers. Tries to attack Canada. Canada with the block, and it goes out of bounds. Liberty have only scored 7 points in this third quarter. 19 points for the Atlanta Dream. Atlanta is 11 for 21 from 3. The Liberty are 4 for 12. Sabrina with the ball. She attacks, throws up the floater, tries to go glass, and misses. Liberty getting real selfish with the basketball here, trying to go one-on-one. And the Dream are just attacking and running the ball down their throat. A 17-5 run here for the Dream. Ryan Howard with the ball. Oh, finds the cutting Naz Hillman. Nobody communicating on defense. New York looks way out of sorts here. Timeout, Liberty. It's 64-47. Naz Hillman gets wide open, wide under the basket. Nobody with her. Easy layup. And the Liberty do not look good. I'm glad I didn't rush downtown to watch this game today. I would have been upset. 64-47, largest deficit of the season for the Liberty. Credit to the Dream. Credit to the Atlanta Dream. This is one of the first good teams the Liberty have played besides the Indiana Fever, and it shows. We're in a timeout there. Let's pop over to the Fever game, see what's going on there. Man, this game is it feels like it's been at this score for a minute. 55-45 is the score right now. 55-45. Yeah, Carl got the Dream working. I can't even lie. This is the first, probably the second or third time I've seen the Dream this season. And they look really good. Liberty 3 for 12 in the quarter. Atlanta 8 for 9. Atlanta's only missed one shot this quarter. 64-47. Let's see what the Liberty draw up out of this timeout. They bring Maureen Johannes and Niara Sabli back in. Sabrina gets to the foul line. Jump shot is up and good. Good play out of the timeout for the Liberty. Ryan Howard with the ball. Ryan Howard gets downhill. Tries to pass it. Niara Sabli with the steal. Ryan Howard jumped in the air and tried to pass it. The Cardinal sin, they say. Sherrod over to Sabali. Sabali with the ball over to Stewie. No movement on the other side of the floor. So Stewie just tries to go one-on-one, and she gets fouled there by Naz Hillman. And Sandy Brondella halfway on the court trying to tell a player where to be. But Liberty ran some different lineups out there. Sherrod getting some minutes. I've never seen Sherrod, Sabrina, and Marine out there at the same time before, so that's a new one. Looks like Sandy's experimenting now, trying to see what will work. Trying to generate some offense here. As Stewie hits the first free throw. And Stewie buries the second. So it's a 13-point game. So Liberty's still in this game, but they don't look in this game, if you know what I mean. They don't look really good at the moment. Niara Sabli guarding Ryan Howard. She picks up her dribble. They get it down to Bree Jones. Late double. Driving on the floor, and Sabrina gets on the floor for it. It's a jump ball. between who I think it's Alicia Gray and Brianna Stewart. So I don't know who's gonna win that jump ball, or who's going to jump on that jump ball. If it's Bree Jones or Alicia Gray. Oh, they'd say it's Bree Jones. So it's Bree Jones and Stewie. Stewie does have the arm length. Bree Jones can't jump over a phone book. And the Liberty win it. Jalen Sherrod with the ball. Bounce pass to Sabrina. Sabrina steps through, goes up, layup, misses. Stewie misses the tip. And Bree Jones with the rebound. Uh-oh, Naz Hillman has Sherrod in the post. Naz Hillman attacks and scores. That's a size mismatch every day of the week. So it's 66-51. Sabrina picks up her dribble over to Sab. Sab pulls up mid-range jump shot is good. Sabrina Ionescu is the only offense here for the Liberty. 66-53, 13-point game. It's Sabrina or bust. She's up to 24 here. Oh, Tahina Pow splits the double, goes up floater. Oh, misses. Maureen Johannes with the rebound. Over to Sabrina. Sabrina finds Sherrod. Sherrod dribbles out. Picks up her dribble. Over to Stewie. Stewie wide open for a mid-range. And she misses a wide open shot. It's a joke at this point. They can't do anything if it's not Sabrina. And Alicia Gray goes coast to coast but misses the layup. Stewie with the ball. Stewie over to Sabrina. Sabrina, three. And she scores. Sabrina Ionescu carrying us on offense. It gets it down to a 10-point game. It's Sabrina or bust right now, people. Sabrina or bust. Oh, and I just looked down. It looked like Caitlin was on the floor there. I'm not sure what happened in that Fever game. But Caitlin was on the floor. I'm not too sure what happened. I guess the refs are reviewing this play for something. Let's take a look at, we're in a break right now. Let's take a look at these other games that are going on. Let me refresh this. It's 18-15 none of the first quarter in this Vegas Minnesota game. Remember the scenario in this game: if Vegas wins and the Storm win, then the Storm will be in the Commissioner's Cup final for the first time since Brianna Stewart was in Seattle back in 2021. I think Seattle won the first Commissioner's Cup back in 21. So it was Seattle, Vegas, Liberty, and Minnesota last year. So we've had 4 different winners in the Commissioner's Cup in the 4 seasons it's been a thing. Chicago putting in work. Let me take a look at the Chicago game. See who's putting in work here. Angel Reese up to 6 points. Rebecca Allen with 7, 6 for Cardoso, 4 for Atkins, 3 for Nurse. Balanced scoring. Balanced scoring here in that one. This Liberty game is back in play. Ryan Howard with the ball. They check Brittany Griner back in. Ryan Howard loses the ball and they call a foul. I think a reach in by Sabrina Ionescu. Yeah, Beulah Angel had her first triple-double the other day. Oh, Maureen Johannes. That was a foul on Maureen. Maureen with the reach in. Ball into Griner. Niara Sabali gets the steal. Niara Sabali on the break. Niara Sabali with the lay. And the Liberty finally get back within single digits here. Niara Sabali with the steal off the inbound. 11-2 run by the Liberty to get it back to single digits. Pow with the ball. She's been quiet since that first half outburst. Alicia Gray, what they call a carry? Yeah, they call a carry on Alicia Gray. Or they call a moving screen by Brittany Griner. So with a minute to go in this first, Liberty were down 16, 17 points. They've got it back within 9. Or within 8, excuse me. $66-58. Sabrina with the ball. It's been Sabrina or bust for the Liberty. Sabrina walks into a three. That's her first missed three of the evening. And Ryan Howard escapes 3 Liberty players. She's on the run here. She slows down. Ryan Howard, top of the key. Over to Jordan Canada. Canada reverses out the stream, gets down lane, hands it off to Grinder. Baseline jump shot is bounces around like 5 times and it drops. Back to a 10-point game. Sabrina with the ball. Dribbles past Gray. Steps back for a mid-range, and Sabrina shoots the mid-range jump shot. Sabrina absolutely cooking. Up to 29 points here. She might need 40 if the Liberty are going to win this game. Ryan Howard with the ball. They send a late double over to Hillman. They leave Hillman wide open for 3. They don't believe it. Sherrod with the rebound. And that's how the quarter ends. So at the end of 3, it's 68-60. Liberty were down 16, 17-ish. Damn near 20, but they've cut it down to 8. Behind Sabrina's 29 points. Back to the Fever game. Back to the Fever game here. 60-45. Fever on their way to winning this game. If they win, they have to hope the Liberty come back and beat Atlanta. Let's look at the box score right quick. Scroll down and take a look who's putting in work here for the Fever. So you got 15 from both Mitchell and Clark. Got 14 from Howard. 8 from Lexi Hull. 6 from Boston. Excuse me. Tina Charles with 18. 6 from Mabry. 8 from Nelson Adota. So that's the score there. So that game is pretty, I think there's no way Connecticut can come back. They don't have the firepower to come back in this one. In this game, though, 21-19, Vegas up over Minnesota. Who's scoring for them, really? Jackie Young with 5, 8 for Tiffany Mitchell. Okay, that's in her second start of the season. 3 for Jewel Lloyd, 1 for Chelsea Gray, and got Kirsten Bell off the bench with 2. Nafisa Collier with 5 points. You got 4 for Bridget Carlton, 2 for McBride, and 2 for Courtney Williams. 6 for Natisha Heidemann off the bench. So 21-19 is the score in this one. Liberty game's in a timeout. You got the Fever game that's going on right now as Sophie Cunningham got fouled. Third quarter, 2:30 to go. They had a long stoppage in play due to that. I guess they were reviewing the foul call, which is why they fell behind the Liberty game. They both started at the same time. Now the Connecticut Fever game's about 2.5 minutes behind. Salute to everybody hanging around on the stream. Appreciate you guys tuning in on this quick whip around show that I'm trying to duplicate all by myself. Appreciate you guys tuning in. These are all the games that are going on currently. There's only one more game that takes place later. That's at 10 p.m. between the Storm. Who's playing in that game? It's the Storm and the Sparks. That game won't matter in the grand scheme of things if the Minnesota Lynx beat the Aces. So we'll stay on to find out what happens there. But the Liberty game entering the fourth quarter now. Got this Fever and Connecticut game close to the end of the third, and then we have a couple games that are in the second quarter that started at 8 p.m. Eastern. So it is Dream Ball to start the fourth quarter. Naz Hillman inbounds the ball to Jordan, Canada. Ball over to Hillman. Hillman looking for Gray. Gray over to Hillman. Hillman gets blocked by Niara Sabali. What a block by Niara Sabali. Now Hillman thought she had a wide open layup. Niara on the rotation. Gets the block. Sab trying to attack Alicia Gray. She pokes it away. Goes out of bounds. Yeah, I mean, I know never to count the links out. I know never to count the links out. Ball in play with the Liberty. Over to Marine. Marine lobs it up. Bad pass by Marine. She tried to lob it up to Stewie, but she forgot Ryan Howard got a large wingspan as well. Ryan Howard tips it out of bounds. I want to see Marine coming off those curls and going downhill looking to score instead of looking to pass. Stewie fall away jump shot from the semicircle and scores. 6-point game here. Alicia Gray with the ball. Over to Ryan Howard. Ryan Howard pretty deep. She looks down like she was going to shoot. Doesn't shoot it. Attacks Stewie going to the right. Off balance jump shot is off. Marine Johannes with the rebound. She hasn't done much off. She hasn't done anything offensively. But turned the ball over. Ball over to Cloud. Cloud down to Stewie. Stewie in the post gets back to that same spot. Steps through with the left and misses. Ball tipped out by Naz Hillman. New York gets another shot. So this lineup here with Stewie, Sabali, Cloud, Sabrina, and Marine trying to come back in this game against the Dream. Sabrina the inbound under her own basket here. I guess Jonquel is still on a bit of a minutes restriction. Ball gets tipped out of bounds by Bree Jones. Yeah, Daniel, I happened to look down. I seen people got a bunch of texts. JC Sheldon got a flagrant foul. Sabrina with the ball on the inbound here for the Liberty game. Sabrina for three, misses, and Jordan Canada with the rebound. Had a player on the ground, could have looked to get an easier one. Oh, Alicia Gray gets wide open for three, and she misses. Brittany Griner gets the rebound. It's funny, for a 7-footer, Brittany Griner doesn't get a lot of rebounds. Oh, Jordan Canada tries to split the defense, but recovers. Ryan Howard for three, and she misses. Offensive rebound to Alicia Gray. Wide open under the basket. Niara Sabali with the block. So that was 3 chances at a basket for the Dream, and they failed to get one. Dream are 0 for 5 in this quarter so far. Marine with the ball. Marine for three. She knew it was off. Gets her own rebound. Throws it out to Stewie. Back to Marine. She's not looking confident on her attack. Marine down the lane, goes for the left-hand lay, and doesn't get it. She saw the big coming over, and she bailed out. Oh, wow. And Alicia Gray gets a wide open layup for the Dream on that fast break. You miss a layup on one end, and you give up one on the other. Daniel said you need Liberty to win to get 100. I don't know, my friend. They don't look really good today. The Dream look much better. Stewie down the lane, drives in, a ball goes out off the Dream. Substitutions happening here, I think. Yeah, Jonquel Jones checks in for Niara Sabali. Ball into Marine Johannes. Over to Sabrina. Sabrina for a deep three, misses. Jonquel gets the offensive rebound. Over to Marine. Marine on the drive. Marine in and out dribble. Goes under the basket. Scoop pass to Stewie. Stewie for three. Wow. Stewie struggling from three. Shooting like 15% this season from three. She hits the corner three. It's a 5-point game. I'm shocked. Sabrina can't throw a rock in the ocean from three. Atlanta calls a timeout. So how big was that deficit? That deficit was huge. Liberty have clawed back to make it a 5-point game. Have not played their best game at all. Looking at the stats here, Liberty winning the rebounding battle, losing the turnover battle, and losing the 3-point battle. They're also losing the assist battle. Liberty, usually one of the better assist teams in the league. Atlanta has 21 assists. The Liberty only have 15. Looking at this Fever and Connecticut game, Fever pretty much look like they have this one in the bag. 68-52. 68-52. They're in a break right now as well. So I'll toggle on over to this. What in the world is happening in Minnesota? 30-19. Vegas is up 30-19 over the Minnesota Lynx. I think the basketball guys just want me to stay up late tonight to watch that Storm game. See if the Storm can pull it off. Let me look at the box score here. What is happening? It's a very balanced scoring. 5 for Young, 8 for Mitchell, 5 for Stokes, 6 for Lloyd. And for Minnesota, 5 for Fee, 4 for Bridget, 2 for K-Mac, 2 for Courtney Williams. What is happening? Remember, with a Lynx loss and a Storm win later tonight, the Storm will be in the Commissioner's Cup final. Let's take a look at these other games. Wings looking to get their first win. They're up their second win. They're up 33-24. Hood and Holy, salute. What's good? We bouncing around to all these different games happening this evening. But yeah, your son not doing good. I was just talking about that game. Y'all were hanging around and then y'all fell off the map. Kayla Thornton with 6. We got 7 from Mo Billings. She on my fantasy team. 5 for Hayes, Tip Hayes, and 4 for Letitia M here. Remember, the Golden State Valkyries, they have a lot of players that are gone for Eurobasket, so they had to pick up a bunch of other players. So I'm not shocked that they're losing. Paige Becker's leading the way with 10 points for the Dallas Wings. They have Dejanay Carrington coming off the bench today. She has 4 points. They started the rookie Isaiah James. That might be her first start of the season. Lee Rue recently traded to the Dallas Wings from the Seattle Storm. She's played 5 minutes. Only took 1 shot and has 1 foul. Jordan Canada gets into the lane and shoots a floater. Jordan Canada, that's where she relies. Let's go back to this Liberty game. 72-65. Brianna Stewart and Sabrina have 48 of the 65 Liberty points. Cloud with the ball. Cloud finds a cutting Sabrina. Sabrina wide open under the basket and scores. Sabrina with another 30-piece. That's back-to-back 30-point games for Sabrina Ionescu. It's 72-67. Ryan Howard gets the ball stolen. Maureen Johannes with the ball. Maureen, no look over to Stewie. Stewie gets blocked by Ryan Howard again. Ryan Howard, Stewie doesn't learn her lesson. Ryan Howard had a nice block on her in the playoffs. Brianna Stewart, I don't think she knows what a pump fake is. Ryan Howard swats that right out of bounds. That should have been a stop, pump fake, and a layup. Sabrina with the ball. Gets the screen from Jonquel, gets around and gets cut off there by Bree Jones. She falls on the basketball and she's wincing in pain a bit. I seen that coming. And then I seen that block coming from Ryan Howard a mile away. Sabrina on the inbound over to Cloud. Cloud to so Marine finally goes to the basket and lays it in. It's a 3-point game. She could be doing that all game. Ryan Howard with the ball. Ryan Howard off balance jump shot. Marine Johannes secures the rebound. Marine gets it over to Jonquel. Jonquel over to Sab. Sab crosses half court, finds Jonquel on the roll. Jonquel steps through. She might have gotten away with a travel, but we'll take it. It's a 1-point game. And a timeout called. Timeout by the Dream. Liberty clawing back, man. Daniel, if Minnesota wins their game, I'm not gonna do it, my friend. I'm sorry. If Minnesota loses, I will do it. So that's it. Cubs fan says on the Twitch salute, if Dream wins, Fever out of the cup. Yeah, yeah. So I got the scenarios on the screen here, just for those who are just joining. Salute, salute. The scenarios go: if the Fever win, for the Fever to get into the Commissioner's Cup final, they need to beat the Sun, which they're doing now, and they need Atlanta to lose, which they're in danger of doing now. It's a 1-point game. For the Liberty to get in, they need the Fever to lose, which is unlikely, and they need to win versus the Dream. And for the Dream to get in, they just need to beat the Liberty, and they're in. So this is an important 5.5 minutes left in this game for the Atlanta Dream. Difference between a chance to win some extra cash, or you just out and just gotta continue the regular season. The Fever are only up 10 right now. It's 61-71. Jaylen Brown knocks down a 3, and they have a timeout right now. 61-71. It's funny, Jaylen Brown was on the Indiana Fever training camp roster. She got released and got picked up by the Connecticut Sun a little bit after the season started. Thank you, Cub fan. Salute, salute. Let's go back to this game. This game is what's interesting. Not this game, y'all. Sorry. But Golden State coming back though. 30-33. I'm talking about this Vegas game. They're beating up. Oh, I think I clicked too much. There we go. 35-21. This is crazy to me. This is absolutely crazy to me. The Las Vegas Aces without Asia Wilson are beating the Minnesota Lynx 35-21, outscoring them 17-6 in the second quarter. Balanced scoring all around. You got 8 from Jackie Young and Tiffany Mitchell. Nafisa only with 5 points in 16 minutes of play. 5 points and 5 rebounds. This is really interesting. This is a game we have to keep an eye on. If Vegas wins, I will stay on and do the Storm Sparks game, because it makes that game even more important. What's up, Cecily? Salute, salute. I want to see Liberty undefeated with JJ. I do too. They've looked pretty bad all game. Credit to Atlanta's defense and pace and threes. But it's been the Sabrina and Stewie show. Sabrina with another 30 piece. She's up to 31 points. Brianna Stewart with 19. And the game's coming back on, so we'll tune into that one. It's the closest game with the most at stake right now. And plus I like the Liberty, as you guys can see. Yeah, Tudo. I got to go back and look at the play on social media. I think I looked down and I saw her getting up. So I don't know what happened there. Eddie on the Twitch. Salute, salute, salute. Appreciate you subbing or following, whatever it's called on Twitch. I'll be forgetting. This is my version of the WNBA whip around show. We're going to different games. There's 6 games on the schedule tonight. Final group stage day of Commissioner's Cup. Ryan Howard into the paint, turnaround jump shot is good. Ryan Howard knocks down the fall away over Stewie. It's a 3-point game. So I will be bouncing around from game to game as we go. Natasha Cloud down the lane. Gets run into from behind by Pow Pow. She had a hell of a first half, people. Tahina Pow Pow had 16 points in the first half. She hasn't scored since. Yeah, Tudo. I like when the game's on local TV. What Daniel said, make sure y'all hit a like. We're about 24 subs away on the YouTube from 1,000 subs on the channel. So make sure you get the subs up. Natasha Cloud buries the first free throw. I got the Fever game on my iPad right now, and I got the Liberty game on my Apple TV right now, so I can keep an eye on both. I need to get a laptop here so I can get the multi-screen and keep an eye on all the other games. But this Fever game is pretty much over. It's 73-61 with 7 minutes to go. I don't think Connecticut has a chance. It's a 1-point game though in New York, 74-73. Alicia Gray with the ball, guarded by Stewie, tries to cross over, fumbles the ball a bit. Stewie cuts her off. 3 seconds. Ryan Howard for a bailout three. She misses. John Quell snags the rebound. Liberty have a chance to take the lead for the first time since the second quarter. Sabrina, hezzy dribble, gets into the paint, dribbles it off her leg. Turnover. I jinxed it. Over to Pow Pow. Pow Pow, too far under the basket. Leaves Ryan Howard open for a three. Finds the rolling Bree Jones. And they call a foul on John Quell. Michael, the resident Atlanta fan, says if I'm Atlanta, I'm a full press from top of the key on Sabrina and force it out. Yeah, I mean, she's the only one really scoring. So, I mean, that would be a good offensive strategy. Bree Jones at the line for free throws. She knocks down the first. 4 minutes to go here. Bree Jones with 10 points and 3 assists. And she knocks down the second. So it's a 3-point game now, 76-73. Liberty were down as much as 17 in this game. They've clawed back to get it within 1. Now it's a 3-point lead. Cloud attacks Pow Pow. Floater is up and good. Foul and 1. Natasha Cloud doing what she's supposed to be doing, going to the basket. And she'll go to the line to tie this game up. Woo. So Natasha Cloud, she's been, ever since she won Player of the Week that first week of the season. I don't know if that was a foul on Pow Pow, to be completely honest with you. But Natasha Cloud draws the foul and 1. Cloud to tie this game up at 76. And she knocks it down. Tie game. There's been 5 lead changes and 9 ties in this game. This is the latest one. Ryan Howard with the ball. Let's see what she can do here. Gets it to Bree Jones. Bree Jones looking for Alicia Gray. Can't get it to her. Gets it over to Ryan Howard. Ryan Howard pump fakes. Hesitate. Stewie with a deflection. Naz Hillman gets it. And she steps out of bounds. Oh, Naz Hillman saves it, but steps out of bounds. But she can't. She tried to save it, I should say, but stepped out. Oh, that was out of bounds on Ryan Howard anyway. But Stewie playing the passing lane, got a deflection. Yeah, she's way out. He's staring right at it. Okay. So Atlanta only had about 4 turnovers at halftime. They've now tied the Liberty with turnovers. Both teams have 11 apiece. Natasha Cloud with the ball. Finds the cutting. Oh, bad pass by Cloud. As I say that, she turns it over. Ryan Howard gets downhill over to Canada. Canada loses the ball. Gives Stewie a beat to recover. Back over to Ryan Howard. They trap Ryan Howard. She gets through the trap somehow. Double clutches. Fight for the rebound. She gets her own rebound. Alicia Gray wide open for 3. Cash. Ryan Howard dribbles through a trap. Shoots it. Gets her own rebound. Finds a wide open Alicia Gray. And it's back to a 3-point deficit for the Liberty. That's the thing with the Liberty and these rebounds. They've been struggling. John Quell with the ball. John Quell tries to answer, and John Quell does answer. 3-ball John Quell Jones. This game has got really interesting late now. 79-79. Looks like the Fever are on their way. They're probably hoping the Liberty beat the Dream so they can get into the Commissioner's Cup final. Somebody in Indiana is keeping an eye on this game. 10 seconds to go. Ryan Howard with the ball. Looking for Alicia Gray. They set a stagger screen. Throw it to Bree Jones. Does Sab touch it? I don't think. Sab says she didn't touch it. But they said it's that ball. They're probably going to review it. I don't know if Sabrina touched it. Let's see if they review it. Atlanta's going to review it. Oh, see, I guess the coaches on the side said no review. So that means Sabrina did not touch it. Liberty ball here with a chance to take the first lead since the second quarter. Sabrina for three. Oh, went halfway down. Jonquel rebound, gets blocked. Fight for the rebound. She saves it to Marine. Back up top to Sab. Sab down to Stewie. Stewie looks to attack Nia Coffey. Steps through. Layup is good. Brianna Stewart gives the Liberty the first lead since 27-25. My bad, y'all, if I'm yelling. I think I turned my volume up by accident. Canada over to Coffey. And they lose the ball down to Grinder. Sabrina with the ball. Slow it down, Sab. Sab over to Stewie. Stewie for three? And Marine with the tip out rebound, and it goes out to Cloud. I don't know why Stewie shot that three for. Ball over to Stewie. Stewie with the ball. Guarded by Ryan Howard. Rescreen by Jonquel. Stewie gets downhill. Steps through again and scores. Brianna Stewart with a smug smile on her face. And it's 83-79. New York has gone on a 10-3 run. Oh, the Liberty, man. This team is stressful. Brianna Stewart at her best when she's in the paint. I don't know why she insists on shooting the three. But Brianna Stewart. Two up and under moves there. Jonquel, that was a big three. They're showing the replay to retie the game. Her first game back since the ankle injury. But it's been Stewie these last two possessions. Up and under over Nia Coffey. And then did it again one play later. Brianna Stewart. What she got now? Stewie up to 23 points and 5 rebounds. Sabrina with 31. And you got 10 from Jonquel. Crazy turnaround here. Crazy turnaround. Let's take a look at these other games while we have a second. The score is wrong. Let me refresh my screen. Score is 78-63. Fever well on their way. It's going to be... They're looking like they're going to be the Commissioner's Cup representative for the Eastern Conference. 78-63. Connecticut doesn't have the firepower to come back. Especially New York versus ATL Premium W. Anytime people play New York, the games are good. They're giving New York their best shot. So I never expect anything less. Yeah. Cuz says they're stressful. We don't need another stressful season like last year. They will be ahead and lose the lead and get back ahead. Yeah, it's like, yo, why can't y'all just keep your foot on the gas for 40 minutes? They get ahead and then second, third quarter come and they fall behind again. New York has won 7 of the last 8 games versus Atlanta. They just put that on the broadcast. This might be 8 of the last 9. Knock on wood. Ryan Howard with the ball, guarded by Sab. Approaching a minute to go here. Ryan Howard picks up her dribble over to Jordan Canada. 5 on the clock. Jordan Canada with the ball. She tries to drive by Stewie. Goes under the basket. Tries to reverse layup on the right side. But Bree Jones, offensive rebound and scores. Gets it back to a 2-point game here. Rebounds are essential at this point in the game. I would get Niara back in this game, to be completely honest with you. And take Marine out. Stewie with the ball. Stewie picks up her dribble down to Jonquel. Hand off to Sab. Sab back out to Jonquel. Jonquel over to Marine. Marine with the ball. Marine gets it up and shoots the air ball. 28 seconds to go. 28 seconds to go in this game. No clock awareness for the Liberty there. They're trying to just take the clock as close to the shot clock expiring as possible. But Atlanta with a chance here. 30 seconds to go. Ryan Howard walks it up the court. Gets the screen from Bree Jones. Ryan Howard gets into the paint. Goes up and Stewie with the rebound. And they call a timeout. I'm not sure what happened there. Ryan Howard looks a little upset there. I'm not too sure what happened. Um, Looked like she had a wide open lane to the basket, and all of a sudden, I don't know if she went to pass that. I just happened to look down. She just ran into Jonquel Jones. Caitlin Clark just did some. Oh, she had a step back three over J.C. Sheldon, and then she was going to the crowd, hyping the crowd up. J.C. Sheldon and Caitlin Clark go back to their Big Ten days. Ohio State versus Iowa. Caitlin Clark looks, I guess, had to get her get back after getting pushed on the ground or whatever happened earlier in that game. What she's up to? Caitlin Clark currently up to 20 points for Caitlin, 6 assists, 4 for 6 from three. They have a 20-point lead. That game is pretty much over. Back to the celebrity game. Sorry, I was watching these Caitlin Clark highlights they were showing on their broadcast. Get the ball in. And the Liberty have to call another timeout. They almost get a 5-second violation there. Almost get a 5-second violation there. So another timeout by the Liberty. Can't get the ball in. Yeah, OT is still possible. Definitely still possible. It's Liberty basketball. They were trying to inbound just now. Couldn't get the ball inbounded. So Atlanta, if they happen to lose this game, they're going to be distraught. They had a 17-point lead and blew it. Liberty not even playing their best in They only have 3 players in double figures. You got 31 from Sabrina, 23 from Stewie, 10 from Jonquel. She has a double-double, 10 and 10. They said the Liberty are 27 and 0 when Jonquel has a double-double. Let's see if that moves to 28 and 0. I haven't even been looking at these other games because this game has a lot riding on it right now. Once this game is over, I'll start spreading the love on the other games. But the Fever are just running away with this one. They're up 21 right now. So Fever are looking like they're going to be in the Commissioner's Cup unless something crazy happens right now in this Atlanta Liberty game. They get the ball into Jonquel and fouled by Naz Hillman immediately. The clock didn't even look like it lost any time, any seconds. So the referees are going to the table to review the clock. The clock did not start before Jonquel was intentionally fouled. So while we have are they gonna quickly resolve this or no? Oh, so they say 2 seconds went off Jonquel at the line for free throws. Oh no, they say that was the first foul in the last 2 minutes, so they're gonna inbound again here. Naz Hillman goes out. Cloud to inbound. Ball gets deflected by Brittany Griner. They have Brittany Griner on the inbounder, so it's going to be hard for Cloud to inbound the ball over her. So 0.5 seconds go off the clock. They get the ball into Sabrina. Sabrina gets fouled by Ryan Howard intentionally, and Sabrina will go to the line for 2 free throws. So Sabrina at the line. She's missed 1 free throw today. I probably jinxed it, but we'll see if she knocks down some free throws here. Sabrina at the line for the first. It's up, and it's out. I jinxed it, y'all. My bad. So it's still a 1-possession game, even if she makes this free throw here. Sabrina at the line for the second, and she hits it. So it's a 3-point game. Atlanta doesn't have any timeouts, or do they? Oh, they called a reset timeout, did they? Or not? I don't know. I don't. I'm not sure what happened there. I'm a little confused. I thought you couldn't. I thought you couldn't sub on a reset timeout. I don't know. But anyways, Naz Hillman comes in. Brittany Griner goes out. They have to go for a three here. 13.4 seconds to go. Atlanta to inbound. Ryan Howard over to Bree Jones. And they call a foul there. Natasha Cloud with the trip on Alicia Gray. I'm surprised they don't have Rebecca Gardner into the game for Maureen Johannes. All right, so Atlanta to inbound again. Ball into Ryan Howard. Ryan Howard with the ball. Steps back for a three, and she misses. Chase for the rebound. And they say it's Liberty ball. Ryan Howard took an off-balance three. Let me turn my volume up. I don't know what they're arguing about. So the Liberty used a reset timeout with 4 seconds to go. It looks like the Liberty might get out of here with a win. So Sabrina to inbound this one over Griner. Ball gets into Jonquil, back to Sabrina, and they called a foul. Sabrina was trying to get away from it, but they'll go back to the Sabrina will go back to the line to basically ice it. Liberty somehow, some way down 17. I was over here mad that saying I would have been mad if I didn't go to the game. I had tickets, I sold them, and I would have been pissed when they were down 17 as Sab hits the first. But they happen to come back from their largest deficit of the season, and Sab knocks down 2 free throws to give them a 5-point lead with 2.2 seconds to go. And this game is over. So the Indiana Fever will be going to the Commissioner's Cup Championship, the Indiana Fever, due to the result of this game. Sandy Brondello hugging one of the coaches for the Dream. Sabrina back-to-back 34-point games for Sab. Let's take a quick look at this box score before we move to these other games. Shut up, Siri. There's another fight. Man, I'm about to turn this Indiana game on my big screen. Dude's over here scrapping. I don't know what's going on over here. Let me go to the league pass on my other joint. Let's touch on this box score right quick. Liberty outscored the Dream 26-13. That was the difference in the fourth quarter. Ryan Howard finishes with 13 points. Oh, I just turned it on and I see him scrapping between Sophie and somebody. I gotta rewind it. Can I rewind it? Yes, I can. What's happening? There's a lot of scraps going on in this game. Let's get active. Oh, nah, Sophie, you crazy. She got her get back. Sophie. Oh, and then she went right after JC. Oh, let's get active. Sophie Cunningham basically got her get back for JC, I guess, fouling. Did JC fouling Caitlin? And then they went right after it. Sophie went right after JC. JC went right after Sophie. Ah, let's get it active. I'm weak, y'all. Wow, let's get active over there. Salute to Daniel for getting his bread, man. Oh, they both go for the back of the head. Oh, Sophie went right for the back of JC's head and put her in a little like headlock. It was getting active. Oh, I just saw the replay on that Mabry shove, and why JC got a flagrant. It's getting active over there. Everybody making my life stressful since '97, man. Yeah, Sophie went right for the back of the head like on some MMA stuff. Like, yo, it's getting active over here, y'all. Holy smokes. I couldn't even get to the rest of the box score. I just looked up and I saw fighting. That's crazy. Um, but let's go to New York. Stewie finishes with 23, 34 for Sabrina, back to back 34. Oh, Thunderhawk, you at the game? Why is it so hostile, man? What's going on? Let the people know. Salute Thunderhawk, he at the game. Getting spicy over there. 87-70 is the score. Thunderhawk says the. Oh yeah, I forgot you said you were going to the game. I do remember you. I think it was you that mentioned it. Um, they still reviewing this. This game got really, yeah. Sophie might be ejected after that one. This game crazy. Two fights, mad text. I don't know what's going on. But let's go to this. 39-30. Oh, it looks like these. Is that the real score? Uh oh, Minnesota on the comeback trail in this one though. Of course. Danny said, "Jay, I'm going to the Sparks Indiana game very soon." When is that game? When y'all play? Man, they just Siri just being annoying right now. And they go right for each other. And Sophie over here talking to her like as she got her in a fake headlock. JC got to give her a little chop to the throat next time and take the suspension. You can't let her do that to you on live TV. She got you by the back of your head like you a baby, like you a little puppy. So they say JC Sheldon ejected, Sophie Cunningham ejected. All right. I'm not even gonna really pay attention to that game. This game is pretty much over. The Fever are up. Let me go over to this Aces game because that's the game that has the most implications right now. It's 39-32. 39-32. I'm gonna update the other stuff I have on the screen so you guys could see the rest of these games that are going on so I could quickly bounce around to all these other games. Nafisa going to the locker room. That don't look good. I don't know what happened there, but Nafisa going to the locker room. Yeah, Fever making it to their first Commissioner's Cup final. Salute to the Fever. I can't hate. They beat my team, so I can't hate. I mean, I can, but I won't. It's a 5-point game there in Minnesota, 39-34. Let's see if the Kia Stokes with the ball. Kia Stokes over to Tiffany Mitchell in her second start. Good crossover over to Kia Stokes. Kia Stokes with 3 over to Gray. Gray has to shoot off balance and misses everything. That's a shot clock violation. So the Lynx starting to tighten the screws, as they say. Starting to tighten the screws. Courtney Williams gets downhill, drops it off to Bridget Carlton over to Diamond Miller. Oh, she traveled. They don't call it. And it's a 3-point game, 39-36. Tiffany Mitchell with the ball. Loses the ball. Courtney Williams with the steal. Courtney Williams drops it off to Alana Smith. It bounces off her and it goes out of bounds. That was a bad pass there by Courtney Williams. Put Alana Smith in a bad position there. It looks like once we go to a break in this game, I'm gonna look at the Chicago game. It looks like the Mystics are on the comeback trail. Jessica Shepard went overseas to play for, I think, playing for Team Slovenia for Eurobasket, either Slovenia or Greece. I can't remember which team, Beulah. But Jessica Shepard, she is I guess a naturalized citizen of one of those countries. Oh, this thing changed for me. I don't know why. But that's the score of the Chicago game. I'm gonna come back to that game. I want to keep an eye on this Vegas game though. 40-36. Thunderhawks said this game drove me to drink. Yeah, that was a interesting game for y'all. Even though y'all, it's a lot of fights and stuff, but y'all going to the Commissioner's Cup final. I will be streaming that game, so make sure y'all join. Y'all are here on July 2nd for the Commissioner's Cup final. I will be streaming that. 40-36 is the score, people. 40-36. Diamond Miller with the ball. Diamond Miller. I don't know how that's a foul, but Diamond Miller gets the foul call. She'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Diamond Miller hits the first free throw. And Diamond Miller hits the second. It's a 2-point game. Minnesota outscoring Vegas 8-1 in this quarter. Beulah says, will the Lynx win their second Commissioner's Cup game? We'll see. If they lose, the Seattle Storm could pull it off. If they beat the Sparks later. And the Sparks have a lot of people out tonight. Jewel Lloyd with the ball. Over to Joyner Holmes, who just signed with the team not too long ago. Over to Joyner. Over to Gray. Gray. Corner to Jackie Young. They need it. And she misses it. Fight for the rebound. Bridget Carlton gets it. Outlet to Courtney Williams. She pulls up for the midi. Tie game. Just like that. Just like that, the Lynx go on a 10-1 run and tie this game at 40. I'm telling y'all, man, it's crazy. I don't know how they continue to do it, but they continue to do it. The Minnesota Lynx tie this game up right in the third quarter. But Holy says Sun, Liberty, July 16th. Yeah. It's going to be chippy again, you think? I think Seattle already in the Commissioner's Cup. Nah, if they... Because, let me look at the records. I think Seattle already in the Commissioner's Cup due to Lynx loss. And I think Seattle has one more loss, though. Road to Seattle has one more loss in the Commissioner's Cup standings than Minnesota. Seattle has lost twice. Minnesota only lost once. So if Minnesota wins, they'll be 5-1, and if Seattle wins, they'll be 4-2. So that's the reason why. That's the reason why. I do want to take a look at this game. Washington has retaken the lead here. Let's take a look at this. Washington is up 50-48. They've outscored the Chicago Sky 18-4 in the third quarter. Thunderhawks said, I'll be at the Commissioner's Cup Championship title game between Fever and whoever they play. You better, as soon as they announce the winner, you better get the ticket or get the. I don't know who is it gonna be. It may be Seattle. It may be Minnesota. It may be Indiana. Now Indiana lost one game in the Commissioner's Cup standing. They're 4-1. Oh, it's July 1st, excuse me, the Commissioner's Cup final. Aaliyah Nye, the rookie, knocks down a three for the Aces, and it's 43-40. First basket for Vegas in this third quarter, halfway through. But look, Washington 51-40. I did say Chicago was probably gonna win. I should have said win the first half. Now, let's look at the box score. It is 21 for Brittany Sykes, leading the way. You got 6 from your rookies, Kiki, and 8 for Sonia. Sonia just scored a bucket. For Chicago, you got 12 and 7 for Angel Reese with 4 assists. You got 13 for Camila Cardoso. Okay, so pretty balanced scoring, I might say. Yeah, Hood and Holy, your son aren't in a good place. We'll go back to this game here. Jeez, why does this keep switching on me? I might have to fix that in a second. Vegas have completely choked this lead away, and Minnesota has taken a 2-point lead. This is crazy, man. I know the Lynx could do it, but it's so annoying. What was Caitlin's stats? I got you right now. If that game finished, it was 88-71 as we expected. That game had a lot of stuff going on. Caitlin finished with 20 points and 6 assists. She had 4 turnovers, 2 steals in 28 minutes of action. 4 for 6 from 3. She was the leading scorer in the game. Well, tied for the leading scorer in the game with Tina Charles. The Lynx and the Liberty will play sometime in July. They don't play for a while. I mean, I could deal without them playing for a while. Liberty ain't ready. I mean, oh, Joel Lloyd knocks down a 3 and retakes the lead for the Aces here. JP says miracle no one was injured by Connecticut. Yeah, I saw it was a chippy game. Very chippy game. Kayla McBride with the basket. Lee's going back and forth here now. We got a game on our hands now, people. We have a game on our hands. Yeah, this is one of just like the Liberty. We had the higher seeded team go down and come back. It's just like that. 47-46 Lynx. We're down as many as 14 in this game. No Nafisa Collier. She went back to the locker room. Nafisa went back to the locker room. That's crazy. They said player makes 17-foot jump shot. Who's the player? Oh, they changed it now. Courtney Williams knocks down the jumper off the inbound. So a 3-point lead for the Minnesota Lynx here. This might be their largest lead of the game. Chelsea Gray with the ball. Gets it over to Jackie. Jackie pump fakes from 3. Out to Chelsea. Chelsea over to Jewel. Jewel for 3. Jewel misses. Fight for the rebound. Tipped out by Alana Smith. Turn my volume down. I feel like I'm yelling in the mic. My bad, y'all. Valkyries Wings game. I was going back and forth here. 58-57 Dallas over the Valkyries. I'm going to put that up for us in a second. Put this here. There's a discrepancy here. Kayla McBride's like, I didn't do nothing. Why y'all calling the foul on me? So Jackie Young at the line for free throws here. Jackie Young is at the line for free throws. Oh, it was a dead ball foul. So that's why they Jackie shot a one free throw here. Ace's ball here. Jackie Young with the ball. Foul line jump shot is up. Rolls off. Fight for the rebound. Goes off Diamond Miller's fingertips. All right, let me put this up for you guys to see. What was that? There we go. You guys can see that. I have the scores for the other games there at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, Mom, Asia's still out. Asia is still out. And that's another foul there by the Lynx. It's 47-49. There'll be free throws to be shot here. Asia is still out. Let me look at this Dallas Wings game. It's the end of the third quarter, so that game's moving fairly quickly right now. Let's take a look at it. In the meantime, hold on. Let me fix something right quick. Put this here. Nafisa Collier, we haven't seen her, so she went to the locker room a couple minutes ago, and she's not even on the bench, so something to keep an eye on. A little concerning. Jewel Lloyd misses the second. Still a 1-point deficit there for the Aces. Kayla McBride off the 3. Gets it over to Heidemann. Heidemann has dyed her hair blonde now. It was hot pink before. Now it's blonde. Heidemann gets downhill. Gets blocked by Aaliyah Nye. Ball over to Kia Stokes on the streak to the basket, and the Aces retake the lead. No timetable on Asia right now. Heidemann with the ball gets into the lane, dribbles back out. Heidemann cross court over to Miller. Miller attacks. Nice. Tries to step back. Long 2. And she knocks it down. They call it a three. It looked like a long two, but they call it a three. 50-52. Nye in the post. Shoots over Heidemann. The rookie misses. Fight for the rebound. Nye gets the offensive rebound off the tip from Stokes and ties the game at 52. Why isn't Liz Kitley playing? I'm not sure. Remember, she's just coming back off a major injury, so probably she hasn't come in the game at all today. So maybe something's wrong. Maybe she's dealing with an injury. I didn't check to see what was up with her. Let me check while I have some time here. Let's see, Kitley. I haven't seen any reports on Kitley being hurt or anything. Yeah, I don't see anything about Kitley on the injury report, so I'm not too sure. And Tisha Heidemann at the line, she knocks down the first free throw. Let me see. Yeah, she wasn't on the injury report. She just hasn't gotten any minutes. Let me look at this other game right quick. Natisha Heidemann at the line for the second free throw. And she knocks down the second. For those asking about Paige Becker's up to 14 points, 3 rebounds. Nalissa Smith with 6 points and 10 rebounds. Joyner Holmes with the miss for the Aces, though. Lynx on the run. Heidemann gets downhill. Yeah, I did see a picture of Gino at the Wings game. Courtney tries to get a bounce pass and gets it into Alana Smith. Out to Heidemann. 8 on the clock. Heidemann with the ball. Over to Williams. Williams steps in. Oh, finds Alana Smith and scores. Great ball movement there by the Lynx. I can't even hate. 56-52. No fee, no problem. They've retaken the lead. They're up to 4. A 4-point lead here. (56-52). Jackie Young with the ball. Jackie Young over to Holmes. Holmes doesn't get it off in time. Alyssa Pili with the ball. Goes to Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams. Off balance. Jump shot. Short. Rebound to Mitchell. And that's how the quarter ends. So they outscore the Aces 26-13 in that quarter. They have a 4-point lead going into the fourth. That's crazy. Let's take a look at this game. Golden State and Dallas. Dallas Wings up 60-57 right now. 60-57. Kayla Thornton, Western Conference Player of the Week. She has 17 points, 5 rebounds to lead the way. 15 from Mo Billings with 6 rebounds. She on my fantasy team. Good stuff, Mo. Nobody else really putting in work right now. For the Wings, Paige with 14. You got Enrique with 11. And then you got 7 from Dejanay. 2 from Lee Rue. 6 from Mike Shines Allen. Okay. So that's decent. Oh, my bad. That's decent. All right. And the other game that's going on right now is the Chicago Sky versus the Washington Mystics. Let's take a look at this game right quick. Gotta fix that. Post this in here. Say. I don't know why this isn't working for me, but I'm gonna fix it anyway. Let's click on this game here. So scoring that game 56-56 at the end of the third. Washington outscored the Sky 24-12 in that quarter. For Washington, Sonia Citron with 8, 6 for Kiki Iriafen. Oh, Sonya has 8 points and 7 rebounds, so balance for her. 21 for Brittany Sykes. For the Sky, you have Angel Reese with 12 and 8 with 4 assists. 7 for Rebecca Allen. 13 for Cardoso. 10 for Atkins. 3 for Nurse. Off their bench, you have 5 for Van Lith. She had her career high last game. 16 off the bench. And for nobody else putting in work, really. Okay, so that's the score in that game. Remember, this game doesn't matter in the grand scheme of Western Conference. Um, in Commissioner's Cup standings, I should say. So we'll go back to this one. This is the only game right now that matters. Why did it switch? This is the only game that really matters in the grand scheme of things. This Aces game. There we go. It's the only game that really matters. 56-52. I got the scenarios there. If the Aces win this game, it puts Minnesota in a bind there. They would have to hope that the Seattle Storm lose in order to be in the Commissioner's Cup final. They're showing some highlights of the Lynx and their multiple championships. The Lynx are 4-time WNBA champions, if I'm not, no, 5-time, I think. No, 4-time WNBA champions, if I'm not mistaken. Jackie Young with the ball. Jackie Young into the paint, and she travels. All right, so we're just gonna focus on this Aces game. When we have some breaks, I'll dip out to the other games. The scores are there at the bottom left of your screen. So we'll keep an eye on. I'll keep an eye on these games for y'all as we go. Oh, I just screwed up my whole thing. Let me fix that. Courtney Williams gets her own rebound and scores. There we go. Oh, they moved everything up. I see what happened. There we go. Move this back down here. All right, publish that. All right, there we go. Those are the correct scores now. Minnesota with the ball. Courtney Williams shoots a mid-range jump shot, gets fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2. I have Courtney Williams on my fantasy team as well. I got a bunch of players on my fantasy team that are playing tonight. Let me take a look at my fantasy team and see how we doing. Okay, so I got on Nafisa. I need Nafisa, and Nafisa is on my fantasy team too, as Courtney Williams misses the free throw. Should have started Nelson Adota. Nelson Adota finishes with 14 and 8 rebounds. But I got Skylar Diggins, Kayla McBride, Monique Billings, Nafisa Collier, Jonquel Jones, Courtney Williams, Nelson Adota, Satu Sabali, and Janelle Salon whenever she comes back from Eurobasket. What am I? I'm 2-1 right now. 3-1, excuse me. 3-1. Stephanie Mitchell gets fouled by Diamond Miller. So it is Aces ball. Dana Evans over to Jackie. Jackie into the paint. Falls away off balance. Gets tipped out of bounds. And the Liz Kitley is in. People were asking about Liz Kitley. She is back in. So Aces looking for answers here. Minnesota has gotten into gear and they haven't let up. It's 59-54. Courtney Williams finds a rolling Alana Smith. Kitley with the foul. So Liz Kitley took a hard fall on that block attempt, and she'll go to the line for free throws. So Kitley did take an elbow to the mouth there on the off arm by Alana Smith. Pops her right in the chin. But Alana Smith at the line for 2 free throws. Daniel says, Jay, if Minnesota wins, I got the win in the Commissioner's Cup. They'll be the first back-to-back winners if they do. Alana Smith knocks down the first free throw. So if it is Minnesota and Indiana in the Commissioner's Cup final, that'll be the first matchup of the season between the two teams. They don't play. Jeez, they don't play against each other until August in the regular season. August 22nd. That's crazy. 60-54 is the score. The Lynx are up right now. Dana Evans with the ball. So no Nafisa since the third quarter. No Asia in this game at all. So without their all-star power forwards, they call a moving screen on Elizabeth Kitley. Chelsea Gray goes a little bit too early. Doesn't give her player enough time to set the screen. That's the point guard's job. You have to wait that extra beat to give your player the player setting a screen some extra help as Courtney Williams knocks down the 3. And the Lynx are running away with this game, 63-54. Chelsea Gray gets downhill. Chelsea Gray over to Jackie Young, over to Leah Nye. She pump fakes. Throws it out to Dana Evans. Dana Evans with the ball. Dana Evans, spin move. Floater gets blocked by Courtney Williams. And it's a 3-on-2 here. Natisha Heidemann with the ball goes up. Layup is good. This team is too good. Team is too good. I'm not sure what happened to Feet when I turned on the game. She was walking to the locker room. So I'm not too sure. They haven't reported anything on her or sent any reports back. Or it's her back. It's her back. They said she won't return. And they don't need her. They were down the whole first half and have clawed all the way back to have a double-digit lead here. They are relentless. They are relentless. So we're at a timeout right now. Let's take a look at this other game that's going on right now between Dallas and Golden State. Dallas looking for their second win of the season. 69-67. That's why I said you can't count the Lynx out. You cannot count the Lynx out at all. Let me take a look at the box score here. Kayla Thornton with 17, 15 still from Mo Billings. You got 14 off the bench for Letitia Emma here, who's just picked up. 10 for Tip Hayes in her return after the nose injuries. Paige Beckers with 16 points. And you got 14 from Marika Egumbuale. Off the bench, Kyla Charles with 10. Let's take a look at this Mystics game. The Mystics have taken over. They're outscoring them 10-6 in this quarter. They're up 4 here. 66-62 is the score. Sonia Citron, double figures now, 11.7 rebounds. You got Kiki still struggling, 6 points and 4 rebounds. 8 for Shakira Austin, 8 and 8. You have Brittany Sykes with 26. And she hasn't taken any free throws tonight, so they can't call her a free throw merchant tonight. And Shook Sutton with 7. For Chicago, what's happening? 14-9 for Angel. 13 for Camilla. I feel like she's at 13 since the second half. I mean, since the second quarter. 10 for Atkins. Nurse not doing a thing. Damn. All right, this game's coming back on. It looks like Minnesota's going to take this over. Yeah, and they showed the replay of how Fee hurt her back. I don't see what happened. I don't see like anything egregious there. She just looked like she just turned wrong. Aces with the ball. Chelsea Gray tries to go behind the back pass. It's a turnover. Chelsea, Courtney Williams over to Bridget. Finds the rolling Alana Smith. Corner to Heidemann. Heidemann pump fakes. Up over to Courtney Williams. Courtney Williams gets into the paint. Throws up the floater over Kia Stokes and scores. So without Nafisa, Courtney Williams says, "Don't worry, coach. I got this." Gray over to Stokes. Back to Gray. Gray over to Young. Young tries to get downhill. Young mid-range jump shot. Short. Rebound to Carlton. Over to Williams. Williams with the ball. Over to Heidemann. Heidemann for 3. And misses. Alana Smith with the rebound. Courtney Williams again. Gets it over to Heidemann. Right wing. Heidemann downhill. Goes off balance. Left-hand floater. Misses. Rebound to Young. Aces on the run here. Let's see if they can put an end to this. Jewel over to Jackie. Jackie doesn't take it. Back to Jewel. Jewel for 3. No hesitation. And misses. Aces offense has gone absolutely cold here. Vegas only has one player in double figures. It's Tip Mitchell as Courtney Williams shoots a 3 over Kia Stokes. Courtney Williams looking to put this game to bed. Minnesota can taste the Commissioner's Cup final right now. Kirsten Bell for 3, and she misses. Alana Smith, another rebound. Got Courtney Williams with 19 points to lead the way. No other starter has double figures. Courtney Williams, another mid-range jump shot. She misses that one. Alana Smith saves it right to Heidemann. Oh, McBride for 3. Oh, she misses. Stokes with the rebound. Alana Smith huffing and puffing. She's doing everything. Alana Smith up to 9 rebounds. The Australian doing what she can do. Bringing energy on the glass for the Minnesota Lynx. Yeah, Courtney Williams feeling herself right now. She says no fee, no problem. Young over to Lloyd. Lloyd loses the ball. Aces look a 2-pack of ASS. Kayla McBride for 3. She misses. Alana Smith gets the rebound, tries to put it back up and misses. Foul on the floor there. Alana Smith with 10 rebounds now. That's the thing about rebounds. No rebounds, no rings, they say. And Alana Smith is beasting on the boards tonight. 10 rebounds. She's really the only other big besides Klundakova, who just joined the team. Because Nafisa's out. Jessica Shepard's out. So she's doing what she can to get rebounds. Young over to Stokes. Stokes smokes the layup. Rebound tap to Courtney Williams. Williams, oh, she almost traveled. Gets it to Bridget. Over to Heidemann. Heidemann attacks Bell. Goes up. Left hand leg gets blocked by Stokes. And the Aces have the ball. Chelsea Gray quickly up the court. Chelsea Gray, hezzy move. In the post. Step back. Fall away. Misses. And the Lynx secure it. Yeah, the Aces are not good, y'all. They've scored 15 points in 16 minutes. They've only scored 2 points in this fourth quarter. And there's about 4 minutes left. They are terrible. Absolutely terrible. So Daniel, unfortunately, Unfortunately, Daniel, I will not be doing that Storm game on stream because Minnesota is going to be the Western Conference representative. Cicely says, "Why is the Cup final 2 weeks from now?" That's usually how they do it. That's usually how they do it. They don't do it like immediately. It's gonna be that Cup finals usually on Amazon Prime Video. Beulah says Euro women's basketball is to get the FIBA Women's World Cup basketball. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I will. I'm going to see if I can do some Euro basket watch alongs. Those games usually take place middle of the day since it's taking place over in Europe. So I'll try and get that done. I'll also do like chop up some highlights of the games as well. Um, for the WNBA players that are playing over in Eurobasket, I'll probably chop up some highlights for us. Yeah, JP, Lynx Fever will be a great one. I mean, this will be the only time we'll see them until August. They don't play until late August in the regular season. So this will be a good test for the Fever to see how they match up with the Minnesota Lynx. Will Minnesota go for back-to-back Commissioner's Cup championships, or will it be the Indiana Fever going for their first piece of silverware since the mid 2010s when they won the WNBA championship with Tamika Catchings and I'm gonna take a quick look at these other games right now. Let me refresh, make sure I'm as updated as possible. 71-69 in this Washington Chicago game. 3:15 to go. 3:15 to go. Looks like the Valkyries are tied with the Wings 70-70. So it is Minnesota ball. Let's go back here. Minnesota ball here. Courtney Williams with the ball. Her and Alana Smith have been the engine in this since Nafisa has gone out. Minnesota misses. Rebound to the Aces. Jay, should Sophie get suspended for one game? Uh, I mean, they're going to say she didn't throw a punch, so no suspension is warranted. Ball over to Jackie Young. Jackie Young shoots over court. Every Aces shot is short. They haven't scored in the last 6 minutes of basketball action here. Courtney Williams with the ball. Moving screen by Alana Smith. The Aces are down bad, man. Chelsea Gray for three. She can't get one. Jackie Young with the offensive rebound. Over to Jewel. Jewel for three. Can she get one? And finally, they score. Jewel Lloyd knocks down a three, and that's their first basket in the last 6 minutes, 7 minutes of action. Courtney Williams with the ball. Hezzy dribble into the paint. Goes up for the leg. Gets fouled from behind by Kirsten Bell. So Courtney Williams at the line for free throws to extend this lead. And she misses the first. And Courtney Williams knocks down the second. So it's 71-57. Jackie Young with the ball. She's been absolutely quiet in this second half. Chelsea Gray with the ball. Chelsea Gray tries to attack, fakes the handoff, gets into the paint, reverse pivot out to Jewel. Jewel drives baseline. Back to Chelsea. Chelsea, elbow jump shot is up and good. Beulah, where are you again? You are you in where in Canada are you again? I forgot you. I remember you mentioned it to me a couple of years, a year or two ago. I know you're not in Toronto, and it's not Montreal, is it? I don't think you're in Montreal. Turnover there by Minnesota. Oh yeah, you're on Ottawa. There we go. Ball and play with the Aces. This game is pretty much over. Aces can't generate good looks. They've only scored 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Ball over to Bell. Bell, no hesitation. Three. Oh, shut me up. She knocks down the three. And it's a 9-point game. Not done yet. This would be hilarious, though. Come on, Aces. Make it interesting. Kaylin McBride gets down the lane. Scoop layup is off. And Alana Smith can't get the rebound. Jewel Lloyd has it over to Jackie Young. And stripped. And goes out of bounds. So it's not over yet. It's a 9-point game. So timeout there by the Minnesota Lynx. Timeout by the Lynx. Let's take a look at this. Mystics up 74-70. Wings up 75-70. So they've retaken the lead on the Valkyries. Courtney Williams had 2 points in the first half, scores 18 in the second half. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. 75-7. Let me see if anybody else is scoring. Monique Billings with 18 and 7. Let's go, Mo. Paige Beckers with 18 points. Arike with 17 to lead the Dallas Wings. Looking for their second win of the season. They're 1-11. Can they hold on to a 5-point lead with 2.5 to go? Last game, they had that game against the Aces and then just blew it. That's a foul by Courtney Williams. That's off Young. That looks like it's off Young. Fee will probably miss a game. They'll probably rest her. They don't want to push it. Just like the Liberty had John Quall sit out. No need to rush it. It's still early in the season. They don't play again until Saturday, so they have a bunch of days off. The Minnesota Lynx. I'm looking right now. They don't play again until Saturday. So Fee has a bunch of days to rest. So Gino's at the Dallas game and Paige just missed a layup. Yikes. It be like that sometimes. All right, ball in play here with the Aces. They need a basket quickly. Jewel Lloyd with the ball gets downhill, goes to the right hand layup. Oh, it rolls around and out. Alana Smith, another rebound. There's been a lid on the rim here for the Aces. Courtney Williams finds the streaking Alana Smith. Layup is good. And it's an 11-point game. This game is pretty much over, people. Pretty much over. Chelsea Gray Throws it out to Jackie Young. Jackie Young thought Jewel Lloyd was going to cut. Kayla McBride picks it off like a cornerback. Kayla McBride at half court calls out the play. All right, Daniel, salutes. I'll be watching the game. I just won't be streaming it. Good luck to your Sparks tonight. Courtney Williams, Mitty is off Bridget Carlton with the offensive rebound. They've been absolutely killing them on the glass. I have to take a look at those stats. Yeah, the Liberty play on Thursday. I'll be at that game. Bridget Carlton for three. Misses. Alana Smith, another rebound. Gets fouled and won. Alana Smith. Alana Smith 1 point away from a double-double. She's been killing them on the glass today. She's giving it her all, Alana Smith. Giving it her all. Look at the rebounding battle. Let me see. 34 for the Aces, 40 for the Minnesota Lynx. So they're beating them. +7 on the boards for the Lynx. Alana Smith for the double-double, and she gets it. 10 points, 12 boards for Alana Smith. And this game is pretty much over. Kirsten Bell, fall away jump shot, halfway down and out. Alana Smith, another rebound. That is the summary of her second half. Boards and energy. That is the game. 76-62 final score. Minnesota Lynx will represent the Western Conference in the Commissioner's Cup final. They will play the Indiana Fever at the Target Center in Minnesota. So my guy, who's my guy, Thunderhawk, you're gonna have to make the trip over to Minnesota to watch the Fever and the Lynx play July 1st at the Target Center. So you know those tickets are gonna be $1 trillion. So get your tickets in. Get your tickets in now. Get your price in now. All right, y'all. I'm not even gonna go over the rest of these scores. That's the games I really wanted to focus on. We know who's gonna be in the Commissioner's Cup final. I got the scores on your screen. I'm gonna watch and see who wins these other games off screen. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. Something a little different. I don't really do whip around shows or bouncing game to game. I like to focus on one game. For the most part, but today was too significant not to focus on a bunch of other things. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day. Next time I'll be on stream. Let me check that before I get off stream. Let me look at the schedule. Wednesday, I can't do tomorrow. Thursday, I'll be at the game. Not Friday. Saturday, I got a wedding. And probably won't be until Sunday, y'all. Probably won't be until Sunday where I'll be able to stream. So I'll probably see y'all on Sunday. There's like 5 games on Sunday. The Liberty play Seattle in Seattle at 7. So depending on my schedule, I might do an early game and I might do a late game, but definitely will be on for the Liberty game at 7 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. Enjoy the rest of your evening and your week. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, join the Discord if you want to chat to me during the week about anything WNBA or anything else. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Salute.